got to get yours.
And a very pleasant good evening and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym as we get set for girls and boys Class 5A girls basketball and Class 4A boys basketball tonight from the Dowling Catholic Gym alongside Scott Babinet. This is Mark Amadale, Game 1, as we welcome in our CISN network, Pete Tarpey and Jose Guzman and Justin Wolber on the TV side as we live stream and do the simulcasting tonight. Of course, Iowa Catholic Radio on the radio side. And Scott Babinett, it's Dowling and Valley as we move to our second game in the rotation, second time through the conference. And tonight it's a rematch from our first game of the season, Dowling and Valley to kick off the conference season back in early December. And here we are in not quite mid-January, and we're going to see the two teams again. And the girls' side, in our game number one, this is going to be quite the matchup as both teams are in the top 6 in Class 5A.
Yeah, I mean, how many times this year have we said we've had a top 10 matchup? But this is going to be a good one tonight. I mean, both teams come in feeling good about their performances. I believe Valley comes in on a 4-game winning streak, and the Maroons come in on a 5-game winning streak. And the first game, Valley took care of business on their home court, and so it's Dowling's turn to try to do that here on their home court.
Well, it certainly is, and we got a pretty good crowd for a Friday night here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network for our listeners, our viewers, and, of course, the folks here, late arriving crowd. And the Dowling and Valley girls are off to great starts thus far. The Dowling girls have won 5 in a row with their win on Tuesday night over Ankeny Centennial, another top 10 team. And the Valley gals off to a great start with their win over Waukee Northwest and Waukee the last couple of games. The Valley gals have won 4 in a row. So these are two teams that are streaking to meet one another, and it should be a great matchup. Earlier this year, it was Valley winning over Dowling 59-48 back in early December at the Valley Gym. But Scott, as a coach, do you take anything from that game and piece it, because there's been a lot of games played since then, do you take any of that and carry it over, especially with the matchups?
Yeah, I was looking at a few things last night, and the comparisons of that, you know, some things that Dowling can do to really improve their opportunity tonight is cut down on their fouls. I mean, they lost the foul battle 21-13, and a lot of that was they weren't defending very well with you know, like on the ball. Usually they were quite handsy and getting a lot of reach fouls and unnecessary fouls in that first game. Also, they lost the battle of the turnovers 18-11, and a lot of that was we've seen Dowling improve over the last few games on their drive and kick game. In the Valley game, I felt like they drove a little too deep, and Yeager comes to help, and she's a tough guard or tough post player to pass around. So if they view the game plan similar to what they did against Centennial, where they drive and they kick early, they should have some open shots from the three-point line. They may do it from a different angle, you know, driving baseline as opposed to through the middle, but the game is still there for them. And, you know, last time they had a ton of turnovers just dribbling into that double team and getting stuck, and they need to stay out of that. So. And
Valley winning the rebound battle by 10, 31-21 in the first meeting, but Dowling, 4 offensive rebounds. Valley had 12 offensive rebounds. Right. I remember that somewhat vividly, even though we played about a dozen games since. That was another key thing in that game between the two gals teams.
Yeah, and it's a rivalry game, right? And if you can get any momentum going in this game in the positive direction, you can start to stretch that a little bit. And that's basically, it was a close game until late in the third, going into the fourth, and Valley started to stretch it. And it just seemed in that first game, Dowling was chasing the whole time. You know, Valley get up by a couple points or a couple baskets, and then Dowling would fight back. And then, you know, they came off that tough weekend up in Minnesota. They looked a little sluggish compared to the games that you're able to watch online from their performance up in Minnesota. But, you know, no excuse. I mean, you have to play the game, and you have to show up ready to go. And Valley was clearly the better team that night.
Well, in the first half, we went to halftime, tied at 30 between Dowling and Valley in that girls' contest in Game 1. Tigers outscored Dowling 14-8 in the third quarter and outscored Dowling 15-10 in the fourth quarter. So you're right, Scott, especially once we took the court for the second half, it was catch-up time for Dowling, right. And that is something they can't do against a very fine Valley team. They come in ranked 4th in Class 5A. The new rankings came out yesterday. Dowling has moved up from 8th to number 6 this week, and that means they're both in the hunt for number 1 seeds in the postseason. That's what you want to strive for. But Matt Utoff has done a great job since taking over for Joe Sechrist, who retired to watch his kids play at Norwalk High. Matt has done a tremendous job, and right now the Tigers are 9-3. Dowling comes in at 8-4, and both on win streaks.
Yeah, he totally understood there's a rivalry game and we're going after it. He won that first one. So, you know, and going back to that first game, when you think about it, if you lost offensive boards battle 12-4, and you had 7 more turnovers, you just gave them 15 more possessions. And losing by 11, you're probably fortunate you only lost by 11 at that point. So Dowling has to focus on those things. And I know one of the things is focus for 32 minutes. Come out and attack properly. Don't drive in those double teams and get caught.
You're listening to tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, and of course we are simulcasting with CISN.TV as we live stream tonight's contest from the Dowling Gym. Our thanks on the live stream side to Pete Tarpey, Jose Guzman, who will be our producer tonight. Also thanks to Justin Wolber for getting everything set up on the TV side. And of course Jennifer Phelps is our radio producer back at our studios of Iowa Catholic Radio. So we appreciate all those folks being alongside. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. We're going to come back with starting lineups for tonight's game between Dowling and Valley. We'll have both games here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN from the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet, and we'll return with the starting lineups after these messages here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups before we go to our message from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School on the radio side. We'll go to Dr. Dan here momentarily. And, of course, our pregame prayer is always on Iowa Catholic Radio with Father Reed Flood. Our starters tonight for – who's this guy? I mean, Mr. Rose, good to see you. Thank you, sir. Brad Rose, the athletic director at Valley. You got to get along with some of these people sometimes, Scott. I apologize to our listeners for that.
Well, you do a good job of that.
And he's a top flight guy. All right, let's take a look at the Valley Tigers. They are the visitors. We mentioned their record, 9-3. They're ranked 4th in Class 5A. Their head coach is Matt Utoff in his first year at Valley. Overall, his second year of coaching girls basketball. He came from West Delaware, where he coached 2 years there and coached 7 years of boys basketball over there at West Delaware in Northeast Iowa. His assistants are Denny McDonald and the legendary Hall of Famer Bert Hansen on the Valley girls staff. We'll take a look at their starters right now. Number 2, the point guard, is Elin Litt, a 5'3 junior, averaging 7.5 points, leads the team with 2.5 assists, and Litt will wear number 2. The second guard is Anna Spain, a 5'7 senior, averaging 7 points, leads the team in field goal percentages with 44%, and Spain will wear number 12. And the third guard is the captain, Maddie Brown, 5'7 senior, averaging 4.5 points, and she'll wear number 15. And at one forward, their leading scorer is Bryn Ketcher, 5'10 senior, averaging 12.5 points, 6 rebounds, leads the team with 16 made threes, and Ketcher will wear number 11. And finally, the other forward is Elise Yeager. Yeager is 6'1 junior. She has verbally committed to St. Thomas up in the Twin Cities to play college basketball. And she averages 10.5 points and leads the team with just over 8 rebounds a contest, leads the team with 33 steals, and leads the team with 14 blocks in all those categories. Elise Yeager is a 6'1 junior wearing number 5. So it'll be Litt, Spain, and Brown, the 3 guards, with Ketcher and Yeager in the post for Valley. Off the bench, we should see J.C. Lockie, 5'6 junior, averaging 5 points, wearing number 10. Avery Remsburg, a 5'8 junior, averaging just under a point. And Reese Cooley, a 5'9 senior, wearing number 22. Those are the 3 subs that we may see off the bench for a head coach, Matt Utoff. Again, the Valley Tigers come in. They have won 4 in a row and coming off a win on Tuesday night at home over at Waukee Northwest. And now for Dowling Catholic, the head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 7th year, 114 wins, 37 losses, assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. The Maroons will start this lineup. At the point guard will be Ava Zedeker. Zedeker, a 5'10 senior, or 5'10 sophomore, averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, and leads the team with 3 assists, and she'll wear number 13. The second guard is Layla Tritton, 5'8 sophomore, averaging 7 points, and she will wear number 15. And the third guard is Julia Moore, a 5'6 senior, averaging 7 points, leads the team with 19 steals. She'll wear number 21. At one forward for Dowling, Ellie Olson, 5'10 sophomore, averaging 2 points, wearing number 5. And Lauren Frericks, a 5'10 senior, averaging 6.5 points, will be the other forward, wearing number 25. So it'll be Zedeker, Tritton, Moore, Olson, and Frericks, the 5 that start for Dowling. Off the bench for the Maroons, Marin Heller, a 5'3 sophomore, wearing number 11. Ellie Moeller, a 6'1 freshman, wearing number 43, who leads the team in rebounds, blocks, field goal percentage, and free throw percentage. And possibly Macy Harnden tonight, a 5'2 sophomore, wearing number 33. Dowling comes in averaging 53 points on offense, giving up just under 48 points on defense. The Tigers, Scott, average 53.5 points on offense. They give up just under 48 points on defense. So those are the starters. They're being introduced now by Denny O'Grady, the PA announcer here at Dowling. And what are some of the keys that you see based on the Scouting report and some of the matchups here tonight, Scott Babinette?
Well, again, we talked about it earlier. For Dowling to be successful, they need to keep Valley off the offensive board so they can get out and run early before Valley gets set in their half-court defense. They're very tough in the half-court and make it tough for you on offense. And not only that, they try to push you into fast offense, which is not what you want to do. You don't want to be rushing. So keeping people off the boards, who's going to get the better shots? Which team's going to execute their offense and get to the spots they want to get and get the best shots for the game? And it's interesting. One of the things that I've heard about a lot is Dowling calls it tagging up, matching up off the shot when they're on offense, and matching up with the nearest Valley player so they can slow them down in transition. So that's what I kind of see. I'll be interested early on to see how that works.
All right, other games going on, the CIML and the Iowa Alliance Conference tonight. CISN has the game over at Waukee Northwest. It's Johnson at Waukee Northwest. Johnson girls have won 39 in a row. They're 13-0 coming into the contest with Chris Guest and the Waukee Northwest Wolves. Waukee is at Ankeny Centennial at Urbandale. Those are all girl-boy doubleheaders in the CIML. North at Hoover, Roosevelt at Lincoln, east at Ottumwa, and Ames at Mesa City are Iowa Alliance Conference games. But first, we are going to take a break here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. We're going to have a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer from Father Reed Flood, Mark Hemedale, Scott Babinette from the Dowling Gym. Coming up, Dowling and Valley after these messages.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you. Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Friday night, it's girls and boys basketball on tap. Mark Hamadale alongside Scott Babinack. Glad you could join us, whether you're watching tonight's game on CISN or listening on Iowa Catholic Radio. We are simulcasting, so we apologize for the excessive talking because we do have a radio audience to kind of keep in tune. If you're on TV, you kind of let back and let the picture tell the story.
Right.
And our thanks to Pete Tarpey, Jose Guzman, and of course Justin Wolber on the TV side, and Jennifer Phelps on the radio side for producing tonight's game. And Pete and Jose have got the camera behind us. And thanks for dressing up tonight, Scott, just in case they do happen to get a glitch on TV. But should be a great matchup. Valley coming out, as you can, if you're watching, in their all-black uniforms, orange numbers, a little bit of white, and Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers, as Lauren Frericks will tip it up against Elise Yeager wearing number 5 for Valley, as we're about set, and ball is tipped around and picked up by Julia Moore, and we're underway. Dowling going right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling gym. Maroons get the ball in the paint. Here's Olsen with it, backs up as Valley comes out in man-to-man defense. Tigers' record is 9-3. They're ranked number 4. Dowling's record is 8-4, and they're ranked 6. Here's Zedeker underneath, a little push shot up and good in the lane. She likes to work that ISO play in the middle, and she did it perfection there. 2-0 Dowling, Scott.
Yeah, and that's what they want to do, is get those lane touches. We've talked about that countless times this year, is lane touches for the Maroons are key to their offense.
Here's Valley with the basketball. Yeager kicks it out to Eileen Litt. Valley running their little weave with the guards, and this is Spain with it. Kicks it out to catcher, backs in, over in the corner to Spain, dribbles baseline, goes around more. Her shot blocked underneath by Frericks. Ball slapped around, and Tritton comes away with it for Dowling Catholic. So it's Ava Zedeker, Layla Tritton, Julia Moore, the 3 guards, along with Ellie Olsen and Lauren Frericks for Dowling. Underneath Moore, passes underneath to Olsen, and couldn't handle the pass, and it goes off her legs, out of bounds. It'll be Valley basketball. Tigers will start Elin Litt, along with Elise Yeager, Bryn Ketcher, Anna Spain, and Maddie Brown, the 5 and the 4. Scott?
Yeah, and what you just saw there was what Dowling wants to do. They want to drive. You saw Yeager come and help, and that usually opens up the post because they don't want to leave the weak side shooter.
Tigers with it. Spain now with the pass. Had it deflected, gets it back underneath. Left-handed push shot off balance. No good. Rebound Zedeker and Dowling Catholic. Maroons running right to left. Maroons in transition. Corner 3 by Frericks. Up and no good. And ball goes off of Anna Spain in the hands of Valley. Spain has it in the front court.
And Maroons like that 3 off the push, off the rebound. And so
hey, drive and dish in the
corner.
corner.
Do not want that result, though.
Frericks trying to get out of her shooting slump. She's been held scoreless the last few games, so we'll see if the senior can get out of that. And in the lane, a shot off balance, no good, but a whistle and a foul on Dowling. Nice move by Yeager, but she drew the foul. Foul will be on Dowling and Ellie Olsen. That'll be the first foul of the contest on Dowling. Free throws coming for Elise Yeager, who is a 62% free throw shooter. She'll shoot 2. Now gets our officials into the contest tonight, as the first free throw is no good. Bryant Abel is our lead referee, and Ben Applegate and Jim Crozier round out the officiating crew. And they always appreciate the officials being here on every Tuesday night, because this is the only game in town. There's about 500 in the state that are going on,
right.
And we need those officials. Second free throw good, Valley on the board, and it's 2-1 Dowling here, Scott.
Yeah, and that's a tough guard. Yeager's a tough guard for the Maroons, and she got deep position there and got a good shot attempt and the foul on that. So Dowling needs to push her out a little bit further. 2-1
Dowling. Maroons now with the substitution. As you see, Ellie Muller in there, number 43, 6'1" freshman. Averaging 6.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, leads the team in rebounds, and now Maroons working inside and draw the foul. This foul will be on Anna Spain, her first. And free throws coming for Ava Zedeker.
Yeah, and Ava needs to do that. She did a good job of controlling the tempo of the game the other night, and she just needs to do that for this team and get to the line a lot, get her shot going that way.
Zedeker, 83% free throw shooter. Her and Ellie Moeller lead the team in free throw shooting, and a perfect 10 for 10 the other night for Zedeker at the line. Second free throw good.
And you didn't jinx her.
Yeah, thanks to the announcer's jinx. Yeah, we're good at that here in Iowa Catholic Radio. No matter if you're Dowling or the opponent, it makes no difference.
Right.
Both free throws good. Dowling by 3 with 5.5 minutes left to go. First quarter here at the Dowling gym. Maren Heller in the lineup. So two of three Dowling subs are in. Heller, a 5'3" sophomore. She wears number 11. Tigers with it. 15 on the shot clock underneath it. Shot up and good. Elise Yeager from the left side shoots and scores. She's got all 3 of Valley's points. And the Maroon lead is now 4-3. Move that time by Elise. Here's Fergus with it. She goes to the basket. Her shot up, no good. Hits the back of the rim, and the rebound out to Valley. Down court to Spain as they get the outlet pass. Spain with it right side. Dowling stays man-to-man, as we've seen Valley do in the early stages of this contest. Eileen Litt with it. Backs up Julia Moore to the right block. Now kicks it back out. 15 on the shot clock. Down the lane goes Ketcher. And the ball knocked out of bounds with 13 on the shot clock. It'll be Valley possession.
Yeah, that was a good defense. And Ellie Muller used her length that time to get to the ball. And rather than bodying up, she knew how to do that really well.
Tigers inbound the ball underneath their own basket. They get it into Yeager. Top of the 3. For 3, it's no good. And the rebound slapped around. Ball loose on the floor, and Moore comes away with it for Dowling. Both teams with 1 foul each. Dowling with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Moore dribbles to the right block, left block rather. Fall-away jumper up, no good. Drew the foul. This will be on Eileen Litt.
Yeah, in the game 1, Litt started really control the game for Valley from the point guard position, and she hit a lot of key baskets in that first game. So far, she hasn't gotten going tonight.
Elin Litt with the foul, and the free throw no good by Julia Moore, who's a 63% free throw shooter coming in. Second free throw on the way. Moore, a left-hander, going to play college soccer at Washington U down in St. Louis. It's the second free throw. So Dowling 3 out of 4 at the line. Moore's first basket, or first points, 5-3 Dowling. Here early in the first quarter from the Dowling gym. Mark Himadale and Scott Babinette, and we broadcast tonight on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio with our simulcast. And we'll have the boys' game to follow after this girls' contest. Valley with the ball, 10 on the shot clock. Down the lane goes Maddie Brown. Her shot up and good. Nice move by Maddie Brown. They run that weave, Scott, and they finally, when they come around that corner off that pick, they found some opening, and that time it was Brown.
Right, and that's going to be the hard part for Dowling all night is navigating when Valley's that patient and staying and jumping to the ball, jumping in and taking away that drive lane.
In the lane, shot no good by Zedeker. It was partially blocked out of bounds to Dowling. So Heller will throw it in. Marin looking, gets it out to Zedeker, left wing. 3:40 to go. Zedeker for 3 in the corner. It's no good. Moore with the rebound. Her put back up and short, drew the foul. Nice hustle that time by Julia Moore. She's getting those hustle balls right now, as a foul will be on Elin Litt.
And that's the best thing she does as a senior leader for this team, is she just makes all the hustle plays for the Maroons and that keep them in the games, especially when they're struggling.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, dental associates and construction professionals. And our friends at CISN will be running their ads throughout the night. So if it wasn't for those supporters on either network, we would not be able to bring you this contest. So keep that in mind. Second free throw good by Moore. She has 3 points all at the free throw line as she's 3 for 4 tonight. 7-5 Dowling leading Valley. 3.5 minutes to go. First quarter from the Dowling gym. Not a bad crowd. Late arriving crowd, if you will. Tigers with it. Here's Maddie Brown. This is their captain, number 15. In the lane it goes to Bryn Ketcher. Kicks it out to Brown in the lane, and she drew the foul. They're going to call a tripping foul on Dowling out of bounds with 12 in the shot clock. And the foul will be on Julia Moore. Now, that's the downside of Julia Moore. She gets you those 50-50 balls, but she can get pretty aggressive and sometimes too aggressive with a foul. And that time may have been one of them as Tritton returns to the Dowling lineup here.
And again, a lot of that is just keeping your feet moving and getting to the spot that you need to be at rather than trailing plays.
Long 3, no good by Yeager, and we've got a jump ball on the rebound. Possession arrow favors Valley, and the Tigers will get a brand new shot clock. and will inbound the ball underneath their own basket with 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Battle of top 6 teams in Class 5A. Inside is Jaeger, down the lane, her shot no good, rebound Zedeker. Ava with it, she'll take the ball down the floor. 3-on-3 in the lane, her shot up and good. Ava Zedeker knifing through the Valley defense. She had 6 of Dowling's 9 points. Maroons lead by 4.
Dowling's keeping up their pressure, driving after rebounds like they did the other night to try to force the referees to call fouls if they're in there driving hard.
Now they lob the pass inside to Jaeger, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. Then we get Heller. It's a nice entry pass by Anna Spain of Valley. She lobbed the pass inside to catch her.
Yeah, you might want to wait till she puts it on the ground to go dig at the ball at that point rather than slapping down.
Tigers inbound, brand new shot clock. They work it inside. Underneath is Jaeger, now kicks it back out. Here's Jaeger with it at the top of the key. Now leaves it for a catcher for 3, right wing, no good. Rebound Zedeker. Dowling with the ball. J.C. Lockey, number 10 into the Valley lineup. 5'6" junior. Maroons have Ellie Muller back in, number 43, setting the ball screen for Zedeker. Now leaves it for Heller. Marin, free throw line, pull-up jumper short, gets her own rebound. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, and Heller got her own rebound and stepped out of bounds on the baseline. It'll be Valley basketball. Tigers will bring into the lineup Reese Cooley, number 22, 5'9" senior. And Dowling going to show a little full court pressure here, Scott.
Yeah, they just need to make it difficult. I think in the first game, they got a little tired, and then Valley got more freedom in their offense. And, you know, when Valley's been patient in the half court early on, they've gotten the shots they wanted. So far it's been a pretty good defensive game.
The Tigers work the ball inside nicely. Anna Spain shoots and scores off the glass. And it's a 2-point Dowling lead, 9-7 with 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Dowling with the ball, Frericks with it. Maroons run their dribble weave, gets it to Tritton. Now over to Zedeker. Valley stays man-to-man on defense. 20 on the shot clock. Zedeker looking for a ball screen. Going up against Jaeger. Now a pull-up jumper, fadeaway. No good off the glass and rim. Rebound out to the Tigers. Tigers in the front court. Here's Spain with it. They reverse the left side. Now a three-pointer over in the corner is no good. Fight for the rebound. And Muller comes away with it. The freshman outduels everybody. And Dowling with the ball.
Yeah, she's doing a good job in there defending and getting her space to rebound.
Here's Zedeker with it. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Underneath the Muller, layup good! On the entry pass from Zedeker, Muller shoots and scores the first 2 points of the night for the freshman for Dowling, Ellie Muller.
And getting her in motion will help her. I mean, when it's post-up situations, she's sometimes not strong enough against the defenders, so getting her on the move is much better there.
All right, 40 seconds left to go, and there's a fall-away jumper, no good by Spain. Ball slapped around, Valley retains it, new shot clock. With it is Lockey. She dribbles down, kicks it back out to Reese Cooley, and she travels with the basketball. So it'll be a turnover against Valley. Shot clock turned off, 29 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and Dowling will have potentially the last shot of the quarter, leading 11-7.
We will see how patient they are here. And sometimes that changes because the defense will pressure up and not let you wait either. So we'll see on this.
All right, Maddie Brown, the captain for Valley, on Dowling's leading scorer, Zedeker, right now. Here's Muller with it as the ball poked away, loses it momentarily. Now to Moore with 7 seconds. Julia with it. Over to Tritton for 3, up and good! Layla Tritton with the right wing 3, and we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Gym with the score. Dowling Catholic 14, the Valley Tigers 7. Alongside Scott Babinett, I'm Mark Amadale, and we'll return to the Dowling Gym following these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym on CISN.TV, our live stream, and simulcasting with Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinette. Want to thank our sponsors here on the radio side, Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. Dowling leads at 14-7. Maroons had the first possession of the second quarter, and a pass by Frericks inside Zedeker, and it goes off of Zedeker's hands out of bounds. A turnover, and Scott, you got to look at the first quarter numbers, if you will.
Right. Dowling 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from the three-point line, including that last one that they hit before the buzzer. 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 2 turnovers. Valley was 3 for 11 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, and 1 turnover.
All right. That's the tail of the tape in the first quarter. Maddie Brown, Anna Spain, and Elise Yeager all scored for Valley. Yeager with 3 points, and Spain and Brown with 2 each for Dowling. Ava Zedeker with 6 points in the first quarter. Tritton and Moore for 3 points each, and now a shot at the shot clock buzzer was no good by Valley. Good defense by the Maroons. They forced the hand of Valley. They had to get off the shot or lose it. The Maroons come away with the rebound, leading 14-7. This is Dowling's largest lead of the night.
Yeah, you needed to see that after turning over on your first possession of the quarter. And so they didn't wallow in self-pity there. They just went and defended.
Here's Zedeker with it and a pushing foul on Valley. They're going to get to Anna Spain. Anytime you put 2 hands on an opponent, that's an automatic foul, and that's what Spain did. Zedeker with that first quick step. I don't know how you scout her. I mean, you ever self-scout yourself? I know football teams do that. I think basketball does. But when you self-scout, how do you scout Zedeker? Because she has so many quick first step moves, Scott.
Yeah, and when she's patient, you know, and she started coming, I think her assist turnover ratio is minus, but she's getting better and bringing that closer to getting back in front of it.
Here's Ellie Olson with the ball. She dribbles towards the basket, and Valley forces her to either shoot or pass, and she got caught in between and double dribbled. So turnover against Dowling.
Yeah, you have to just keep moving the ball. So much we talk about the dribble drive, sometimes too much dribbling happens. So moving the ball side to side and getting those open lanes will be better for them.
All right, Valley working their dribble weave. Maddie Brown kicks it up top to Yeager for 3. Good from the top of the key. Elise Yeager with her 11th 3 of the season. And she now has 6 points to lead Valley players in scoring. It's 14-10. Dowling 7-point lead down to 4 with 6:05 left to go here in the second quarter from the Dowling Gym tonight. Glad you could join us. Heller in the ball game. Marin pass to Olson. Ellie dribbles right block, backs in, kicks it back out to Zedeker with 13 on the shot clock. Zedeker in the lane, puts up a shot, and Maddie Brown with the block. They're going to give her the foul. I believe it was on Brown. Came up. They called it on J.C. Lockey with the foul. So Lockey, it is with the foul. It's her first. Team foul number 5 on the Valley Tigers. Dowling with 3 team fouls, and Zedeker at the line.
Yeah, and that's the whole purpose of using this kind of offense, is to keep driving and forcing the referees to call the fouls on the physical plays, or get yourself an easy finish and end one.
Second free throw, or first free throw, is good by Zedeker. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Both free throws good by Zedeker. She's 4 for 4 at the line and has 8 points. 16-10 Dowling. And Valley with the ball. Steal by Zedeker. All the way down the floor, and a layup up and good as she stole the ball away from Bryn Ketcher at the left elbow.
Yeah, that's good awareness when the offensive player turns her back to you and puts it on the floor to come get it.
Now Valley with the ball. Here's Lockie in the lane. Her shot up and no good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, off of catcher. It'll be Dowling basketball with 5:24 to go in the half. Reminder, at halftime, we'll have Clay Thielking, the Dowling boys basketball coach. He'll be our interview at halftime. And now the Maroons taking advantage of another Valley turnover, leading by 8. This is their largest lead of the night.
Yeah, compared to game one, Dowling's making it a lot harder for Valley on offense, and they're doing a good job of continuing to score and build this lead.
Here's Zediker coming off a screen by Muller. Can't get off a shot. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Julia Moore with it. Dribbles right side. Double team. Somebody's open in the corner. It's Frericks. Now to Heller with 6 on the shot clock. Marin with it. Kicks it out to Frericks. Long three up, and it's blocked. Blocked by Elise Yeager, and the rebound out to Valley. Tigers with it. Here's Litt with it. Top of the key to Yeager for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound Dowling and Marin Heller.
Yeah, that was an alert play by Yeager at the defensive end there, knowing the clock was going down. They had to force it.
There's a pull-up jumper. Good by Marin Heller. And a timeout on the floor by Valley and head coach Matt Utoff. And this will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 4:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Dowling has its largest lead, 20-10 in this top 10 matchup. 6th-ranked Dowling, record of 8-4. They've won 5 in a row. And the Valley Tigers, ranked number 4, they're 9-3, and they've won 4 in a row. I want to thank Mercy One, Skeffen's Formal Wear, and the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mark Hamadale, Scott Babinett. And Scott, give us your perspective. You mentioned a couple things about what's changed from the first time. Well, I can tell you right now, Valley's not getting the offensive rebounds they did in the first meeting, and Dowling has cut down on their turnovers from the first meeting.
So far, so good on that side of it. Also, in the first game, whenever Valley needed a key basket, Litt was getting it for them and getting into the lane. So far, they have not let the on-ball defense has been better overall, and we've seen Dowling improving the last few games on the on-ball defense, and that's been a point of emphasis for them, because when they do that, they just make it so much harder for the other team.
All right, Matt Utoff, in his first year as the Valley girls head basketball coach, uses his first timeout of the night. He has 4 remaining. Dowling all 5 of their timeouts at their disposal. Here's Ketcher down the left side. Her shot up, blocked by Frericks, but Lauren will pick up her first foul, and that'll be the 4th team foul on Dowling here in the second quarter, and free throws coming now for Valley and Bryn Ketcher.
Yeah, and as a coach coming out of timeout, you've got to get something, a good opportunity, and that's exactly what Valley got off that.
Ketcher looking for her first points of the night. Gets it there. Free throw is good. 67% at the free throw line for Bryn Ketcher. She's been at the line 51 times, make it 52 times. So when you want to attack the glass, I think you dial up Bryn Ketcher. That's a lot of times at the free throw line through 12 games.
Right, and she's been kind of silent. She is their leading scorer coming into this game, so that's her first point of the game today.
Second free throw, no good. Dowling the other way with the rebound. And now here's Heller with a catch and shoot 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Ellie Olson. And Dowling retains possession and a brand new shot clock with 4 minutes to play in the half. Dowling 20 and Valley 11 here in this girls' top 6 matchup. Heller on the baseline and traveled with the basketball. Good defense that time by Valley. And I'll tell you what, Maddie Brown made Heller travel because she was doing a tremendous job overplaying Ava Zediker, who wanted the ball.
Right. And Marin probably tried to do a little too much there, and she could have just brought it back out, and there's still plenty of time on the clock to run offense.
Tigers with it. J.C. Lockie in the front court. Lockie early in her career had hip surgery on an injury through soccer, and she is a talented soccer player for Valley. It's good to see her back in the lineup. She was battling that last year a little bit, and she has the ball now. Pull-up jumper up and off the mark, no good. On the Valley miss, rebound Dowling, but momentarily stolen away by the Tigers. Here's Elin Litt with it. Litt in the lane, guarded by Olson. Kicks it out the Ketcher. Backs in against Zediker. Can't get off a shot. Brand new shot clock for Valley, so that's not of importance now. Lockie with it, lobs it in to Yeager. Pivots on the baseline. Her shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Olson comes away with a huge rebound there. Her and Tritton were battling, and a backcourt foul on Valley, and that'll be on Elise Yeager, her first.
Yeah, now in the defensive perspective of that, Yeager's getting really good position inside on Ellie Muller. She probably needs to work a little bit harder to get her a couple steps further out. Otherwise, Could be a long night if Yeager starts getting inside there.
That is the 16th foul on Valley here in the first half. Dowling with 4 team fouls. The Maroons lead by 9. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Not a bad crowd here on a Friday night. Early January. Temperature not too bad today, in the mid-20s here in Central Iowa. I know we have a lot of people that stream the game. Yeah, we're not in Florida or Texas or Arizona, and it's, we know it's 60 and 70 degrees there. Save your texts and your emails. We know that. But it was 20 degrees. The sun was out and made it feel like 50 degrees, Scott. How about that?
It's fine if there's no wind. Yesterday was terrible with the wind.
That's called a breeze. No, it's a breeze in the summer, wind chill in the winter. Now, Zedeker gets loose and shoots and scores. She went right around Maddie Brown for the score, and Ava Zedeker, with her 10th point, becomes the first player in double figures.
Yeah, she's controlling the game like she did the other night, and she's starting to take over for this team. She's been the leading scorer, but now she's taking over the games and really controlling those aspects so that things go smoothly for the Maroons.
22-11, make that 12 points now for Zedeker. 22-11, Dowling has doubled its lead now for the first time tonight, leading by 11. 2:15 to go in the first half. Valley with the ball. Here's Lockie with it. JC coming off a ball screen by Yeager. Can't get it back to her. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball. And Coach Utah for Valley saying, hey, could you ask your partners for help? I know it went through a lot of traffic in the lane, but then I saw it come back out. I don't know who went and touched it, but you know what? I'll take the Stripesters' word anytime, because now we got an offensive foul on Dowling, and I think they're going to get Zedeker with the illegal screen. We'll see. And they're going to get Ava for her first foul, as we suspected. Zedeker picks up her first foul. Team foul number 5 on Dowling. So turnabout is fair play, I guess.
Yeah, these turnovers are just, they kill you. You. As a coach, you're sitting there just pulling, in my case, what little hair I have left out.
All right, here's Valley with the basketball. Rachel Hansen in there, number 20, the first time tonight, 5'5" junior. In the final minute 45 of the first half. Underneath is Yeager. Pass over in the corner. Yeager had it, now gets it back, now kicks it out. Lockie dribbles in the lane, and a scoop shot up and no good. And they're going to get Muller for the foul. So Ellie will pick up her first foul. That'll be the 16th foul on Dowling, and free throws, I believe, coming for the Tigers. Yes, indeed, and that'll be Lockie going to the line.
Now with Valley going to the line, one thing I'd say, observation of Dowling this game, their communication on defense is a lot better this time than the November game. They're talking through screen actions and fighting through and getting over the top rather than leaving wide open threes and whatnot.
First free throw up and good by Lockie. Second one on the way. Good. Lockie, a 50% free throw shooter coming in tonight. She was 5 for 10 on the year. She's now 7 for 12 on the year, 22-13. Dowling with the lead. And now here's Moore underneath. Lisa from Muller, and she's double teamed. We're going to get a jump ball. It'll be possession arrow Valley.
That's the 5th turnover for Dowling this quarter.
1:27 remaining here in the first half. 22-13, Dowling by 9. Maroons with full court pressure as Valley dribbles across the timeline. With it is Maddie Brown, the captain of this Tiger team. Out to Lockie for 3. Up good. Lockie off the bench with 5 points, all here in the second quarter. 22-16, the Maroon lead now down to 6 with 65 seconds remaining in the first half.
We just talked about communication. I'm going to say they did not communicate well in that possession.
Now here's Moore in the lane. Her shot up and good. Julia picks her spot there and exploded to the basket from the free throw line and scored more with 5 points. 24-16, Dowling. Long 3 up, no good by the Tigers. Rebounds Zedeker as she battled Rachel Hansen for the ball. Dowling with the ball. Here is Zedeker in the lane. Leaves it for Frericks for 3. Good! Lauren needed that basket. She hasn't scored in a couple games, and she gets a left wing 3 right in front of the Valley bench, and Dowling leading by 11.
Yeah, and you'd think this would be a good game for her. She likes playing against the black jerseys there. Last year she really had I think her career game against Valley last year here.
All right. There is like a half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 10 seconds on both, and underneath, layup no good by Elise Yeager. Valley with the rebound. They get it underneath the Lockheed. Her layup is good. J.C. Lockheed with all 7 of her points here in the second quarter, and we go to halftime with Dowling leading the Valley Tigers 27-18 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN as we simulcast tonight. We'll go right through the scoring in this first half before we go to break, so just stand by on our network stations, if you will, as Dowling outscored Valley 14-7 in the first quarter, and Dowling outscoring Valley here in the second quarter 13-11. For Valley, their leading scorer in the first half with 7 points. Off the bench is J.C. Lockheed. 6 points for Elise Yeager. Anna Spain and Maddie Brown 2 points each, and Bryn Ketcher, their leading scorer, held to 1 free throw in the first half. For Dowling Catholic, Maroons are led by Ava Zedeker's 12 points. 3 points for Layla Tritton, 3 points for Lauren Frericks, Julia Moore with 2 points, and Marin Heller with 2 points in the first half. We'll take a break at halftime. We'll take a 2-minute break along our network station. 2 minutes. Our score at halftime, Dowling 27, Valley 18, along with Scott Babinett. This is Mark Amadale, and we'll return to the Dowling gym with our halftime guest, Clay Fieldking, the Dowling boys basketball coach, here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the car guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
for the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Sixth-ranked Dowling leading number 4 Valley 27-18, and now joined by the head boys basketball coach at Dowling Catholic High School, Clay Fieldking. And Coach, thanks for joining us tonight. Yes, we are on TV and radio, so even more. This stuff's all archived, so be careful what you say, as Scott and I find out throughout the night.
Will do.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us. We didn't get a chance to talk to you following Tuesday night's game, but congratulations knocking off Ankeny Centennial. That had to be, what, the first or second top 10 team that you've knocked off? First time this year, and I hope you found a way to celebrate until you got ready for the Valley Tigers tonight. But congratulations,
thanks.
Coach Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks. Guys did a great job, and we're locked in and focused and played well. We didn't shoot it well. Didn't shoot it well at all, actually, but did a lot of good things. I thought we guarded them really well and withstood the late run. And I was happy for the kids, especially after our first meeting with those guys. it's good to avenge that loss, and hopefully we can keep it moving tonight.
Well, you said you didn't shoot very well. From three-point range you didn't. Had a little debate between one of your parents and one of your assistant coaches in the days following, because one of them had a 70% from two-point range you shot, but then you mix into three-pointers and it went low. So that was a debate. I don't know why I got caught in the middle of that. So just so you know, there's some things going on outside of what you're trying to accomplish,
right.
which was winning basketball and with a purpose. And so many individual efforts. First of all, leadership and doing the right things. You know, some of the things you can get away with at times and still win is fine. But when you're playing these top 10 teams like Yankee Centennial, like Valley tonight, you can't get away with that. Your window of margin of error is very slight, and hopefully they think that of Dowling too.
Yeah.
But tonight's another challenge, the Valley Tigers for the second time.
Huge challenge. Yeah, you're right. There's no margin for error, you know, especially with any of our opponents really, but especially for the guys we've had in here the last week or so. And Valley's no different. Obviously playing well after beating Northwest the other night, and they controlled that game from start to finish. It was an impressive outing for them, and so they're coming in with a lot of confidence. Very athletic. They turn you over and score in transition and create a lot of problems defensively, and so it's going to be a different animal tonight. They had their way with us the first time around, obviously, so we'll see how our kids respond. They're looking forward to the challenge, and should be a good game.
Yeah, a little bit different lineup for Valley. I know when we played them first, it was game one for everybody on the boys' side. The girls had already had a few games under the belt, but Zay Robinson, outstanding wide receiver for Valley, came off the bench in game one. Now he's starting, and I think the Epperly kid is now coming off the bench. And then they brought up a player, Marcus McGregor, a sophomore, who's in the mix now with their rotation, and we didn't see him at all.
No.
I think BJ brought him up about 4 or 5 games in, so some different personnel, but yet they're playing well with Curtis Stinson, Trevion Carson, and Kiki Dang. Those are 3 guys that can shoot it. And you mentioned the Urac kid, 6'8" sophomore, he's been steady. He hasn't played in a while. I think he's been hurt, but now he's back. So
he's back.
They possess a lot of different challenges, and they're coming off a win. They knocked off number 1 Northwest on Tuesday night.
They did. Yeah, they got a lot of weapons. They got athleticism. They got guys that can shoot it. Urac is a big body inside that we really struggled against the first game. And you're right, he missed a lot of time due to injury, but is back now. McGregor's a big fellow. They're bringing off the bench now. Yeah, it's a loaded roster. A lot of sophomores, but they're not playing like sophomores, and so we'll see. We got to hang around. You know, we just got to make shots early and be solid defensively and hang around, and hopefully it's a game in the fourth quarter.
Well, we like to think it would be.
I'd like to think so.
I think it goes down to who's sitting on that in share 1 or 2 between O'Hare and Nahas, and I think it comes down to those guys a little bit too. But we don't want to get them off the hook. Well, Coach, what do you like about this group? What's changed with this group? Because I know you see them in practice, and some of them practice habits you hope transitions to a game in front of the fans and referees. And maybe some of those practice habits you hope not, but obviously the positive ones did on Tuesday night.
Yeah, you know, going into the winter break, we were 46 out of 48th in defense in the state, giving up 1 million points a game. And we talked to our guys about that, and it was humbling, and the numbers don't lie. And so we committed, and that was on me. You know, it wasn't a focus of ours, and we've made it a focus daily. And the kids have bought into it, you know. And I honestly, you know, the game at Urbandale and then the game here the other night, if we guarded like we did before winter break, we wouldn't have won those 2 games. So I think I'm most proud of them buying into the defensive side of things and improving there. And offensively, clearly, we have a lot of room for improvement, but they've stuck together and they've grinded it out defensively. And we're going to have to do that. We're not built to just outscore teams. So that has to continue, and we talk about it all the time, and they know that. So hopefully tonight we see more of the same.
All right, Coach. We appreciate you being on here at halftime.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can talk to you at the end of the game if we got some, because it is Friday night, and there's no curfew or anything. We don't have school the next day, so if things work out, we're sitting here. And don't be sending Nahas here.
I won't do that to you.
We want to talk to you.
I never do that to you.
Thanks, Clay.
Thanks, Mark.
Clay Fieldking, the Dowling boys basketball coach, joined us here at halftime of the girls contest. It's Dowling 27, Valley 18, halftime of the girls game. We'll return to the Dowling gym after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
We
are
so much more.
than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy.
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
Relentlessly.
At your service. For
All right, we're back here at the Dowling gym. The Maroons had the basketball first, but the pass inside by the Maroons was intercepted and a score by Valley. Frericks' pass underneath was stolen away, and a steal by Valley ends up a score for the Tigers, and that's Elise Yeager with her 8th point. And now whistling the foul on the other end as Dowling has the ball. It's 27-20. Dowling's lead of 11 is now shrunk to 7, and a whistle and a foul on the Tigers, and that will be foul number 3 on Anna Spain here. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. And Scott, I know we have some first half statistics we'll go through when we get a moment. Another score to report. Halftime at Waukee Northwest. Johnston 27, Waukee Northwest 21. Halftime of that contest over there. That's also another game that CISN is broadcasting tonight. And here, Valley with the ball. Pull-up jumper off the mark, no good. Rebound Zedeker. As that ball missed by Elin Litt and Dowling the other way. Both teams, I believe, starting their 5 that they started with. Julia Moore, Zedeker, and Tritton, the 3 guards for Dowling to go with Frericks and Olson. Now whistling a foul on Valley. And they're going to get Yeager for her 2nd foul here, Scott. And you can run those numbers down when you can. We get a break here.
Okay. Valley 6 for 21 from the first half from the field, 2 for 8 from the 3-point line, 4 for 6 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 3 turnovers. Dowling was 9 for 18 from the field, 2 for 8 from the 3-point line, 7 for 8 from the line, 14 rebounds, and 7 turnovers.
Dowling with the ball underneath. Tritton, her shot up in good. The basket will count and the foul on the Valley Tigers. Tritton with her 5th point. And that foul will be on Anna Spain. That'll be her 4th. So Spain will check out. Checking in will be J.C. Lockey, the 5'6" junior. So first substitution of the second half. And free throws now for Tritton. And the free throw is good. Layla, a 63% free throw shooter, completes the and 1.
And while Dowling's doing well on the boards like they need to do, their turnovers are kind of evening out those numbers, giving Valley the possessions back as opposed to the ones they're losing off the rebounding.
Right, Tigers with the basketball, and a whistle and a foul on the underneath the basket on Ellie Olson of Dowling. So Olson has committed her 2nd foul.
Yeah, and you know, we've talked about this throughout the year. The Dowling posts, they're just going to have to get stronger as they get a little bit older. They're going up against Yeager, who's very strong by comparison.
Now Frericks nearly pokes the ball off of Yeager's hands, but out of bounds to Valley as they keep possession here. Again, the Tigers were led by Elise Yeager at halftime with 6 points. She now has 8 points, 7 points for J.C. Lockey off the bench, all in the 2nd quarter. 2 points each for Anna Spain and Maddie Brown. Bryn Ketcher held to 1 point. Now here's a steal by Dowling, and Elin Litt did not score. Dowling works underneath. A shot off the glass up and good by Ellie Muller, who has 4 points off the bench for the Maroons. And Dowling now back to a 12-point lead, 32-20 over the Valley Tigers here in the 3rd quarter.
And that is kind of the weakness of Yeager helping so much, as the post can open up if Dowling's looking for that.
Here's Yeager for three. It's no good. And Julia Moore rips away the rebound, dribbling down the front court. And now the ball poked out of her hands. They're going to call a foul on Valley. They might get lucky with the foul, and they do. So JC will pick up her second foul. Marin Heller in the lineup for Dowling, number 11. She'll replace Julia Moore. And checking out for the Valley Tigers, Elin Litt will be replaced by Sierra Emerson Clare, number 30. First time tonight for her in the contest. 5:20 left to go, third quarter. Dowling with the ball, leading by 12. And here is Zedeker to the basket, and she draws the foul. This foul will be on Maddie Brown, her first for the Valley Tigers.
And she's really just continuing from the Tuesday game where she got the lane a lot the other night, and she's just playing under control to get to the basket and draw the fouls.
First free throw by Zedeker is good. Let's take a look at the scoring for Dowling. Zedeker now had 12 points at halftime for the Maroons. She now has 13 points with the free throw coming. 5 points for Julia Moore at halftime. 3 points for Layla Tritton, as the second free throw is good. Tritton now with 6 points. Moore with 5 points. Frericks with 3 points. Muller now with 4 points. Marin Heller with 2 points, and Ellie Olson yet to score. And we've got a 30-second timeout with 5:17 to go here in the third quarter. We'll keep it here. Dowling leading 34-20. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network, we want to thank Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic for their support on Iowa Catholic Radio. And, of course, CISN will run their commercials throughout the night. We appreciate everyone's support. Otherwise, we cannot put high school girls and boys basketball on the air. Thanks to Pete Tarpey and the CISN crew and everyone at Iowa Catholic Radio. Scott Babinet, all right, spit it out.
Yeah, I'm really the contrast of the game that Elin Litt's having tonight as opposed to the first game. She was really controlling the first game, I felt, the first time around, and tonight she's been kind of a non-factor. So I'm surprised that, she's playing a little frustrated, I think, but I'm surprised. I think there's good. Dowling's obviously recognized that they need to defend her better, but she's having a tough game by comparison.
We've seen some real interesting games the second time folks meet each other, as Tritton is just going to get called for a pushing foul on the inbounds pass by Valley. The Maroons almost had a 5-second call, and then Tritton a push-off, which he probably didn't really need to do.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. It would have been interesting to see if the ball would have come off her hands to her if she didn't do that.
That'd be Valley basketball. But, yeah, the second time around, we've seen a lot of adjustment by both schools, and certainly these two teams. This was back in December. It was Valley's second game and Dowling's third game coming off that Minneapolis St. Thomas tournament. The Maroons played 2 games up there, and Valley outplayed them that night in December. And now here's the Tigers with the ball. A shot in the lane, no good by Yeager. But Elise drew the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line for Valley. A foul will be on Muller, her second.
Yeah, Yeager's really working hard in there for position, and she's knocked down a 3 or 2 and getting good opportunities for the Tigers.
Yeager with 8 points. First free throw, no good. She is 1 for 3 tonight at the line. I want to thank the Catholic Tuition Organization, along with Skeffington's Formal Wear and Mercy One for their support of our broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Second free throw is good by Yeager. She has 9 points in the contest. 34-21. Dowling by 13. The Maroons' largest lead has been 14 in this game. 4:45 left to go, third quarter. Beautiful night to be here in the Dowling gym. Here's Heller down the lane, and Marin with the shot up and good. Didn't get it quite off the glass, but it rolled around the rim and through.
Yeah, she did a good job of clearing space. She's such a small driver. She got that shoulder there and was able to put it up and over.
Here's Sierra Emerson Clare with the three-pointer that's no good. Whistle and a loose ball foul called on Dowling. They might get Muller here, we'll see, and they do. Ellie with her third foul. Good hustle by the Tigers. Right. They boxed out and tried to get that offensive board. The Maroons have neutralized that. Remember the disparity between game one and where Dowling was out-rebounded offensively, especially as the Tigers had 12 offensive rebounds to Dowling's 4, and they've neutralized that here tonight.
Right. Again, and Dowling needs to cut down the turnovers so they can really take advantage of that.
All right, Tigers get a brand new shot clock, and they have it. Here's Lockie with it. JC looking inside to Yeager, can't get it to her. And she gets it to Ketcher. Now they play catch in the perimeter. Here's Lockie dribbling baseline, cut off nicely by Heller. Leaves it for Emma Sinclair. It's stolen away by Zedeker. Ava with the steal. And now we got a whistle and a reach-in foul on Valley, and that'll be on Emma Sinclair, her first.
And Dowling will be in the bonus the next foul.
That is the 6th team foul on Valley, 4 on Dowling. Reminder, other games going on tonight in the CIML. Johnson at Waukee Northwest. That's also being broadcast on CISN. Now here's a steal by Valley. Bad pass by Heller. Lockie with the steal. Down court comes the Tigers. Shot up no good. Rebound poked out of bounds by Zedeker. Other games has Waukee at Ankeny. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Ankeny Centennial at Urbandale. In the Iowa Lions Conference, North is at Hoover, Roosevelt at Lincoln, East at Ottumwa, Ames at Mason City, Marshalltown at Waterloo East, and Southeast Polk and Fort Dodge both have byes tonight. They have the night off. Mark Hamadale, Scott Babinet tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Glad you could join us for our simulcast. In the lane, catcher shot no good, and a foul on Dowling. They're going to get Frericks for her second foul.
Yeah, the last possession, Dowling still has all their timeouts left. They need to call timeout there when they get caught in that trap and save the possession.
So free throws coming now for Valley. And Bryn Ketcher, first free throw up and good.
Again, that's her second point tonight, and she's averaging 12, I believe, on the season. So they're doing a good job on her tonight.
They certainly are. I've been really watching the matchup. Has Coach been rotating players on her? We'll have to keep an eye on that. Second free throw good by Ketcher. She now has 3 points, all at the line. 3:30 left to go, 3:35 left to go third quarter. Dowling by 13, 36-23.
Valley's stepping up their trapping game here. They're going to go one-on-one here.
And a whistle to foul on Valley. And that's Yeager with her third foul. And free throws now for Dowling. It'll be Julia Moore, the 5'6" senior, who leads the team in steals with 19 coming into the contest. She's going to play soccer at Washington University in St. Louis. First free throw good by Julia. Nice game in Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Second free throw good by Julia Moore. She has 7 points. Dowling was 7 of 8 at the free throw line in the first half. The Tigers were 4 of 6. Since then, Valley's 3 of 4 at the line, and Dowling is 5 for 5 here in the third quarter. Tigers with it, a little up and under, a shot up and no good, but a foul on Dowling. Nice move by the Tigers. And they're going to get, I believe, Olson for the foul.
Yeah, catcher's getting more aggressive now to get to the basket and the line because they need to score with the clock stopped.
It'll be her third foul for Ellie Olson. And free throws coming for Valley. First one up, off the rim, no good. It's been one of those nights for catcher. Second free throw coming. And it's no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Ferris with the rebound. Out to Tritton. Valley chasing. Here's Moore. Valley scrambling. Now a steal. Nice job by Ketcher. Goes all the way down. Layup good. Ketcher with another steal. She started the second half that way too, but couldn't convert on the basket, but she did pick up 2 free throws. 38-25, Dowling by 13 in game one. And now Moore with the turnover. And Dowling's starting to get a little careless with the basketball, empty possessions.
It's got to be concerning because...
Yeah, it is. We got a 30-second timeout called by Dowling. That's their first timeout of the night. We'll keep it here. 38-25. 6th-ranked Dowling leading 4th-ranked Valley in Class 5A. As we mentioned, coming in, Valley has won 4 in a row. Dowling has won 5 in a row in girls play. And back to your point, Scott, you were making.
Yeah, it's concerning because when you build this lead, you're forcing the defense to come out and extend. If you just move the ball and stay under control, you have an opportunity to create 3-on-2, 2-on-1 situations for easy baskets, which extends that lead even more, and it makes it harder for a comeback. But when you're just throwing it to the other team because you're panicking or you're not making the sound fundamental play, that's really concerning because you should be embracing that to put the game away as opposed to giving back possessions.
Again, we're simulcasting tonight here on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. Pete Tarpey and the CISN crew here. Jose Guzman producing. I want to thank Justin Wolber, also helping us set up. And, of course, Jennifer Phelps for Iowa Catholic Radio. Appreciate Jennifer and all she does for us. Mark Amadale and Scott Babinett here at the Dowling Gym. And now the Tigers whistled for the turnover to the captain, Maddie Brown, traveling with the basketball out of the Dowling timeout.
And I say what I'm saying because most teams come out and they do what they do best, which is, in Valley's case, they're playing man-to-man defense. They're showing you that. So now you're making them play their trap game, which they're saying is not our best. Otherwise, they would come out and started with it at the start.
Dowling with 20 on the shot clock, and Valley is in scramble mode. They are double-teaming the ball at every opportunity. And Maroons just trying to keep the ball on the perimeter as the ball goes out of bounds with 12 on the shot clock. For Dowling, their next game will be next Tuesday night at home against Waukee. For Valley, their next game is Tuesday night against 7th-ranked Ankeny Centennial in Ankeny on Tuesday night to kind of set up what's going on. Reminder, we'll have the boys game here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Jimmy Cataldo will join us for that. And now Tritton has the ball stolen away on the baseline. Here's Lockheed with it in the front court for the Valley Tigers.
And that's the 5th turnover of the quarter for the Maroons.
Here's Litt with it. Picks up her dribble with the right elbow. Guarded nicely by Heller. Now entry pass stolen away by Zedeker. They try to get it inside to catch her. Here's Zedeker to Moore. Julie underneath the basket. Dribbling through traffic, and it goes off the leg of Valley. It'll be Dowling basketball as Muller will check in. A 6'1 freshman for Dowling, wearing number 43, and checking out will be Ellie Olson.
And that was Valley's 4th turnover of the quarter. Coach Meyer's doing a good job of switching Muller and Olson in and out and keeping them fresh because they have a tough battle with Yeager inside.
I think we had less turnovers at halftime than we had in this quarter. Both teams are getting sloppy, and maybe the defense has picked up, making it tough for the offense. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Tritton on the baseline. Layup good, and she got around Elin Litt for the score. And Tritton now with her 8th point.
That's what I'm saying. They get in scramble mode. You take advantage of the bad angles that when they come to you.
On the lane, Litt threw the ball where she thought her teammate was, and she rotated up out of bounds. Turnover against the Valley Tigers.
Again, it's amazing her game as compared to the first game. She was so dominant. I hate to keep hammering that point, but she really controlled that game against the Maroons the first game.
40-25, Dowling by 15. This is the Maroons' largest lead over the Valley Tigers. 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. Here's Marin Heller with it, wearing number 11. She's double-teamed as Valley's in scramble mode. It's Zedeker, now to Muller. Back to Heller for 3, and it left it short. A rebound out to Valley and Elise Yeager. Outlet pass goes to J.C. Lockheed. She dribbles up against Heller. Lockheed down court. Her shot off the glass, no good with the left hand. Ball slapped around. Zedeker with it. Well, Lockheed's trying to bring him back. Yeah. She's pumped it up in the from the point guard position for Valley, but can't get anything to fall. Here's Zedeker. Valley double teams, traps, whatever you want to call it. Maroons trying to play catch in the perimeter. Pass goes in the corner to Heller. Out to Zedeker. 20 seconds to play, 17 on the shot clock. Here's Tritton with the ball, puts it on the floor, and it's stolen away by Valley. Steal by Yeager. And now a foul in the backcourt on Dowling as Spain comes away with it, but she's fouled.
Should be 1-1 for Valley now.
By Julia Moore. So a foul on Dowling, and as you mentioned, the 17th foul on Dowling, 7 on Valley. So we'll be shooting free throws the rest of this quarter, which is 12.8 seconds, and all of the fourth quarter. Anna Spain at the line, a 44% free throw shooter, 1-1. It's no good. Spain with 2 points tonight. Rebound Dowling. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Zedeker pick up her dribble. Three-pointer by Tritton up and no good. Offensive rebound Moore, and the basket will be waved off. So we've come to the end of the third quarter here at the Dowling Gym. And our score, Dowling Catholic 40, the Valley Tigers 25 in this Class 5A girls contest. And we'll return to the Dowling Gym with the fourth quarter in 1 minute. Along with Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. We start the fourth quarter. Dowling leading 40-25. Maroons outscoring Valley 13-7 in that third quarter. Dowling 12 of 13 at the free throw line, while Valley is 7 of 13 at the free throw line through three quarters. And now the Tigers with the first possession of the second half, and they turned over, Scott. And what do you got for statistics through three quarters?
Okay, I have third quarter statistics for you.
Okay.
Dowling was 4 for 8, 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 5 for 5 from the line, 6 rebounds, 6 turnovers. Valley 2 for 6 in that quarter, 0 for 1 from the three-point line, 3 for 6 from the line, 4 rebounds, 5 turnovers.
All right, Dowling with the ball. Their first possession of the fourth quarter. And a corner three up and good by Layla Tritton. How about that? Layla's second three of the night, and she's got 11 points. She goes in double figures. Dowling with their largest lead of 18 points here against Valley. And now the Tigers turn the ball over as the ball goes out of bounds. And it was off of Zedeker. Got an updated score from Waukee Northwest High School. The Johnston Dragons, the Johnston girls, 39-game winning streak. Well, they're up 49-34 late in the third quarter over at Northwest High School. And hopefully Chris Guess and that group will give them a run at the end. But they can go up to 40 in a row tonight, Will Johnson. That goes back a year and a half. And unheard of in Class 5A girls basketball.
All right, they are the class of 5A right now.
They certainly are. All right, Valley with the basketball. 15 on the shot clock. Top of the key it goes to Yeager. Dribble weave, and they get it to Brown. Her shot up and no good. Or rather, Spain's shot no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Zedeker. Pull up three, top of the key, off the mark, no good. Ball safe from going out of bounds by Tritton, but right into the hands of Valley and Elise Yeager. Yeager down court, and her shot up, no good. Offensive rebound, Brown. Tigers keep possession. The kick in the corner, now out to Lockie for three. It's off the mark, no good. Weak side rebound, Valley. Put back up and no good. Rebound, Zedeker and Dowling as Elise Yeager missed the offensive rebound. Maroons in transition. Tritton for three, it's no good. Olsen with the rebound. 6:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. 43-25 Dowling. Corner three by Zedeker, no good. Empty possessions for both teams. And the rebound out to Valley. Tigers with it. Here's Maddie Brown. In the corner to Lockie. She'll dribble to the top of the key. Dowling stays man-to-man. Dribble weave now. They leave it for Maddie Brown. She gets it over to Spain. Pull-up jumper just inside the free throw line. No good. Rebound Dowling and Marin Heller. Heller dribbles in the front court. Now to Zedeker. Open three up. Good. Ava Zedeker with her 17th point, and Dowling has blown it open now. A 21-point lead for Dowling. 46-25 over the Valley Tigers. We'll take a 1-minute break with Dowling leading 46-25 over Valley. 5:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Live stream, Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet. You know, in football we had cameras all over. Basketball, they're above us, so we just have to do the radio call, basically. Scott, I like that.
The audience probably appreciates that as well.
Yeah.
Only speaking for myself, of course.
Valley with the basketball. Tigers trail by 21 points in this top 6 matchup. Valley won the previous meeting 59-48 over at the Valley Gym back in early December, but it's been all Maroons tonight. Underneath, a shot by Bryn Ketcher, no good. Rebound Dowling. That's tremendous defense by the Maroons. They held their position there.
And Ellie Olson, again, doing a great job like she did the other night. A lot of little things tonight. She's doing really well.
Here's Zediker down the lane, and she's taken over. Her shot up and good, and Ava with her 19th point after hitting that devastating three. That might have been the gut punch there for Valley, as Zediker hit that three right before the timeout, and now answers with a layup.
Yeah, it's hard to stay focused, and I mean, she opened way up on that last possession of the third, earlier here in the fourth, excuse me, and that was really a backbreaker.
Now a long three by Valley. It's no good by Ketcher. Rebound Dowling. 48-25 Maroons. 4.5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Dowling by 23, their largest lead of the night. Here's Frericks in the lane. Lisa for Moore, her three-pointer no good. Rebound Spain and Valley. Anna dribbles in the front court, goes around Zediker. Her shot no good, and Zediker with the rebound, and we got a jump ball called. Reese Cooley in there to force the jump ball, and it'll be possession arrow Dowling.
Yeah, I don't think it's an effort problem from Valley tonight. They just haven't converted shots. They're not. Dowling, I think, is statistically a better shooting team as well, and that's proving out tonight.
Yeah, Valley comes in shooting 38% from the field. Dowling 42% from the field. The Maroons are 38% shooters from three-point range. Valley shooting 27% from three-point range. Maroons shoot 73% from the free throw line. Valley shoots 62%. So, yeah, the numbers don't lie, as we say in the business. Now a corner three after dribble penetration by Heller. Three-pointer by Tritton, no good. It hits the guy wire above the Dowling basket, which means the dead ball will be Valley's basketball on the turnover.
And one of the things, Dowling shot, that's their 7th-3 of this quarter. They could probably move the ball a little bit because they can still get that shot at the end of the clock if they need it, and run more clock and get this game over with sooner.
Valley working their dribble weave, and now Spain got caught in the baseline. Now gets it back out to Litt. Elin on the pass, top of the key, it goes to Yeager. Yeager sets the ball screen for Lockie. Back to Yeager in the lane. Layup good with the left hand. Elise Yeager, nice strong move by Yeager, and she has 11 points. 48-27 Dowling. Here's Zediker in the front court for the Maroons. In the corner to Frericks for three, no good, and rebound comes out to Valley and Elise Yeager. Tigers running with the basketball. They get up to Lockie with 3 minutes to play.
And they're going to keep shooting those trees, it looks like.
They're going to run that dribble weave, and here's Yeager with it down the lane. Good help defense by Zediker. She helps and recovers. They lob it into Yeager, and we got a backcourt, or got a foul on by Tritton. She came over to help with the entry pass and bumped. And that'll be Ketcher. Or check that, Yeager going to the free throw line. 8th team foul on Dowling, 7 on Valley. So we'll see free throws we mentioned earlier the rest of this quarter.
1-1 here.
So Yeager at the line. She is 2 for 4 tonight at the free throw line. First one up, no good. Rebound slapped around, and Valley keeps it. They get it out to Yeager. Hands it off to Lent for three. Up and in and out and back in, good. Elin Litt with her first 3 points of the night. 48-30, Dowling by 18. The Maroons 23-point lead, now down to 18, 2:30 to go.
Dowling's done a better job with her tonight. Ava Zedeker's using her length to defend rather than the first game. They were on her hip a lot, and she was getting away with it. Getting away on the drives, that is.
All right, Dowling gets the ball inside. A shot up and good by Ellie Muller. She has 6 points.
And she's really good off that screen and roll action where she's in motion. She can score as opposed to making a physical battle inside with Yeager.
Now Valley keeps the possession. Long three up and no good. Offensive rebound. Put back no good by Lockie, and the rebound out to Dowling. So the Maroons with the basketball in the front court. Here's Zedeker with it. Tries to leave it underneath for Muller, and it's stolen away by Lockie. Down court it goes to Ketcher. Underneath, her shot up, no good. Drew the foul, and this will be on Frericks of Dowling. That'll be her third.
Ketcher's done a better job in the second half, at least attacking to draw the fouls and get the free throw line. But the Maroons are holding her under half her average right now.
So free throws coming for Valley. And the first one up and no good. It's been one of those nights for the Tigers, as we're going to see both teams emptying their benches here with 1:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ketcher at the line. She has 5 points. Second free throw on the way. Up and good. 6 points for Ketcher. And we've got new Maroons coming in and new Tigers. So for Dowling, we've got Macy Harden, number 33, dribbling the basketball. Dribble handoff goes to Marin Heller, who remains in the contest. Ellie Muller remains in the contest. Number 3, Leah Brauch, in for Dowling, a 5'2 freshman. Corner three by Heller is no good, and a rebound out to Valley. Emma Hazel, number 31 for Dowling, a 5'7 junior in the contest. Tigers now have the basketball. This is Reese Cooley in the lane. Her shot up and no good. Drew the foul. Muller will be whistled for her fourth. And Cooley to the line. Reese Cooley, a 5'9 senior. Her dad is the head baseball coach at Valley, also one of the football defensive assistants. And first free throw is no good. Reese plays catcher and third base for Coach Bakey and the Valley softball team. And give a shout out to Coach Bakey. He had a little procedure done today. Usually it's a procedure we all get done when it ends in a 0 and you're over 50. I'll just leave it at that. And Tom, I hope you're feeling better. I'm sure you're home watching and maybe listening, but Cooley hits 1 of 2. 50-32, Dowling by 18. 50 seconds remaining. And the Maroons now with the basketball. This is Macy Harnden with it. Guarded by Cooley. In the corner it goes to Brauch. Kicks it over in the corner to Heller, and now an over and back on Dowling as reverse pass by Heller. Turnover against Dowling. 36 seconds to play. I want to thank Ashworth Vision Clinic, Mercy One, and Dental Associates for supporting our broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio, and of course all the fine folks at CISN and their supporters. Final 30 seconds here. Valley with the basketball. They get it in the corner. That is Anna Easton with it. She dribbles it out. Leaves it for Avery Remsburg, who's in the contest, 5'8 junior.
Dowling's just done a better job tonight getting in defensive position and challenging shots tonight, as not letting them get free like they did to game 1.
Now traveling on the Valley Tigers as Reese Cooley had the ball and lost her footing. Shot clock turned off. 7 seconds remaining. And Dowling now was going to win their 6th in a row. It's Dowling 50. The Valley Tigers 32. As the Maroons outscore Valley 10-7 in the fourth quarter. It was Dowling 23-14 in the second half, outscoring the Valley Tigers after leading 27-18 at halftime. Congratulations to head coach Kristen Meyer and the Dowling Maroons. They improved their record to 9-4 as they're currently ranked number 6 in Class 5A. They won their 5th in a row with a 50-32 win over Valley. The Tigers now had their 4-game winning streak snapped. Their record falls to 9-4. They are currently ranked 4th in the latest girls union poll that came out yesterday. So we're going to total up some of the numbers. We're going to take a 2-minute break on our network stations at CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll take a 2-minute break and total up our scoring and come back with a brief post-game show before we preview the boys contest. Mark Emmerdale and Scott Babinat from the Dowling Gym, and final score, Dowling 50, Valley 32 in Class 5A girls basketball. We'll return after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
In the contest, first of all, for the visitors for the Valley Tigers, their record falls to 9-4 as they came in ranked 4th in Class 5A, as they were led tonight by Elise Yeager with 11 points in the contest. She was followed by J.C. Lockey off the bench with 7 points, all in the second quarter for Lockey. 6 points for the Tigers' leading scorer, Bryn Ketcher. Ketcher tonight, 6 points. She was just 4 of 8 at the free throw line. Rounding out scoring for the Tigers, Elin Litt with 3 points. 2 points each for Anna Spain and for Maddie Brown. Reese Cooley off the bench with 1 point. The Tigers tonight, 9 of 18 from the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had one player in double figures, led by Layla Tritton with 11 points. Or check that, Layla Tritton with 11 points. Leading scorer for Dowling was Ava Zediker with 19 points, as Zediker had 12 of those 19 points in the first half, and she went a perfect 6 for 6 at the free throw line, so she is 16 for 16 this week at the free throw line. That includes 10 for 10 over Ankeny Centennial on Tuesday. So Zediker with 19, Tritton with 11, rounding out scoring for Dowling, 7 points for Julia Moore. Off the bench, 6 points for Ellie Muller, 4 points for Marin Heller off the bench, 3 points for Lauren Frericks, and then Ellie Olson did not score. Dowling tonight, 12 of 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah, that was huge for them, and that's something they need to keep doing. They need to keep driving, probing the lane, and getting lane touches for their kick-out game, or getting to the rim, like we said, to finish and get and ones, or get to the free throw line because they're shooting it well from there.
All right. Well, Scott, thanks for we got this brief moment. We used to have 20 minutes back in the old days between games. Now we're down to 15 because the team's going to warm up in other gyms. But thanks for being here. A big week for Dowling girls. They not upset. They beat teams that were ranked ahead of them. Centennial on Tuesday with the win, and tonight the Valley Tigers with the win. Dowling with wins over both, 50-32 here.
It's good to be here. A good effort and a good improvement for the Maroons.
All right, we'll see you Tuesday night. Dowling home on Tuesday night as the Maroons will host Waukee. We'll see you for that one.
All right, sounds good.
Scott Babinet, my broadcast partner for Game 1. We'll take a break. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with my broadcast partner for Game 2, Jimmy Cataldo, as we put this one to bed. Again, the final in Game 1. The Dowling girls, 6th ranked in Class 5A, defeated number 4 Valley, 50-32. Maroons were led by Ava Zediker's 19 points and Layla Tritton's 11 points. Valley was led tonight by Alicia Yeager's 11 points and 7 points from J.C. Lockey. This is Mark Amadale from the Dowling Gym. Stay tuned. The boys' game and the boys' pregame coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do
you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens.
It's Dowling and Valley. Game 1 was won by the Dowling Maroons 40-25. The Maroons improved their record to 9-4, and Valley's record falls to 9-4. So what a matchup we saw. And Jimmy, welcome to the broadcast, and what a night we have. Place is getting full. I saw about 6 o'clock. It's like, well, late arriving crowd. Everybody went out to dinner, had some stuff to do with the kids. It is a late arriving crowd. Student bodies getting here, and this place is going to be jacked up for game number 2. Dowling and the Valley and the 6th ranked Valley Tiger boys. They come in with a record of 7-3, and Dowling coming off a win over 4th ranked Ankeny Centennial on Tuesday night, building on that. So we got a matchup here in game 1. And welcome, Coach Cataldo.
Well, thanks. You look at the crowd showing up. It's Friday night. You're indoors. It's warm, and it's Dowling Valley. So anytime that's happening, sign me up. I'm excited to get this thing rolling, and I'm sure the Maroons are excited to get back on the court after a very successful week, and but they got a tough road ahead of them, and you say that about every game. The matchup that you have is such a challenge, and but it's incredible to think that it's been since November 29th. Dowling played Valley last, and it's incredible how far they have come, both teams. But you look how much this Dowling team has grown and really has instilled their identity as what type of team they are both offensively and defensively.
No question about it. The Maroons are, hanging in there. This is a league that you're not, if you're not coming ready to play, and you got to play everybody twice, we're finding out how difficult it is to play everybody twice. And you've got, almost half your squad in the top 10. At least the girls do. The girls had, 2, 4, 6 teams out of their 9 teams in the top 10. And the boys, I'm looking here, Waukee Northwest, Waukee, Ankeny Centennial Valley, 4 of the top 10 teams coming out of this league, with Dowling right there tied for 5th with Johnston. And that's a pretty good league. And you know what? You're either going to get better or you're going to fold in this thing. And the Maroons are getting better, as we saw from Tuesday night.
Well, and the issue you have is you got to play everybody twice. You look at Southeast Polk, who's 1-8. That's a really good basketball team, and they're sitting at just 1 win in the conference, 2 wins overall. But Dowling has etched out a couple, significant wins in their road to get to the postseason. Wins against Johnston, which is a big win. Ankeny Centennial, which is a big win. But you face a Valley team tonight who's very athletic. Really took it to Dowling the last time they played. The Maroons really didn't have an answer for Curtis Stinson Jr. That November night. He came away with 34 points. So I think the Maroons have a great understanding, unlike they had November, as to what kind of game they have to play, who they have to find on the defensive side of the court, and find ways to score the basket.
Well, for Valley, they're coming off the upset win at number 1 Waukee Northwest on Tuesday night. The Valley Tigers defeating Waukee Northwest, and they bring that momentum into this contest. 75-64 Tuesday at the Valley Gym, and the Tigers, as we know, they got off to a great start. They are now in the hunt, obviously, for first place, and they come in ranked 6th, record 7-3, and BJ Windhorst team always comes ready to play. And now we're seeing a little bit change in their lineup. Zay Robinson, outstanding football player for that runner-up Valley football team, he is now starting, and Chuck Aberly is coming off the bench. That was flip-flop in game 1 against Dowling. And young man off the sophomore team. He played about 5 games. He's come up, and that's Marcus McGregor, number 50, is adding post-play when Trevor Urek was out for a little bit, the 6'8 sophomore who gave Dowling fits. Urek is back, but they brought Marcus McGregor up, and he's in that rotation. So a little bit different look for Valley since game 1 when we saw him earlier, Jimmy.
A very talented team, and you mentioned Zay Robinson. He comes off a very, very good football season, and it probably just took him a few weeks just to get his legs under him and get into basketball shape. So you knew that he'd find the starting lineup or get significant playing time as the season progressed because we just know how good of a basketball player Zay Robinson is. But you mentioned the sophomore coming up, Marcus McGregor. Trevian Urek is a talented player. He scored 17 in the last matchup against the Maroons. But guys like Trevion Carson is a guy you got to look for, and Kiki Dang. And then you got Chuck Epperly coming off the bench for Valley. So, up and down Valley's bench, they can go about 8 kids deep, and the Maroons just are going to have to find their way defensively. But unlike the first matchup, the Maroons found a zone defense in them, which we have not really seen in the last 3 games. But it was so effective for them midway through December and early January. They got away from it a little bit, found some aggressiveness in their man-to-man. Coach Theo King mentioned during the girls' game how much of an emphasis defense has become for this team. But you look at what they can do, both man-to-man and zone. I would highly expect them to mix and match their zone and man-to-man to try to get this Valley offense, off balance a little bit.
All right, we're going to take a break here in our pregame show. We'll come back with starting lineups. Dowling and Valley, the boys' game, part of our doubleheader here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. If you joined us late, it was 6th-ranked Dowling girls defeating the Valley Tigers 50-32. Congratulations to Kristen Meyer and the Dowling girls with the win as they split the season series 1 game each. We'll come back with starting lineups of the boys contest. See if the Dowling boys can do the same, along with Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Hamadale, and we'll be back and return to the Dowling gym following this 1-minute break here on our pregame show on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
We are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And we are back here at the Dowling Gym as introductions are being done here in the gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, PA announcers Denny O'Grady, and it's Dowling and Valley. Should mention another final in girls play. It was number 1 Johnson winning their 40th game in a row as they defeated Waukee Northwest 63-49 over at the Waukee Northwest Gym. So congratulations to Coach Jellick and the Johnston girls. Dowling girls winning tonight 50-32 over Valley. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors who are wearing their road black uniforms with red and white trim, that is the Valley Tigers. Record is 7-3, ranked 6th in Class 4A. The head coach is B.J. Windhorst in his 10th year at Valley. 173 wins, 48 losses. They'll start this lineup. At one guard, Zay Robinson, 6-foot sophomore. He'll wear number 4. The other guard is Curtis Stinson Jr., a 6'4 sophomore. He'll wear number 30. At one forward for the Tigers, Kiki Dang, a 6'4 sophomore, wearing number 2. And the other forward is Trevion Carson, 6'3 senior, wearing number 14. And the center for Valley is Trevin Urak, a 6'8 sophomore, wearing number 52. Off the bench, we can see Chuck Eberly, Kyle Kaysen, Marcus McGregor, who Jimmy talked about earlier, and possibly Owen Westermeyer for the Valley Tigers. Matt Carter is the assistant. The Tigers come in averaging just under 60 points on offense and give up 52 on defense. Now for the Dowling Maroons, the head coach, Clay Thielking, in his second year, assisted by Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. The Maroons will start this lineup at one guard, Davis Sheck, a 5'11 senior, wearing number 3. The other guard is Drew Morrow, 6'1 senior, wearing number 5. And the point guard is Joey Capola for Dowling, a 5'11 junior, wearing number 4. At one forward, number 12, Ryan Kleppe, a 6'3 junior. And the other forward, Riddick Metten, a 6'4 junior. Dowling will play 4 players off their bench: Dante Cataldo, Jack Odie, Colin Clark, Andrew Nyanji, and maybe Nick Frericks. So there's the tail of the tape. And Jimmy, quickly, what's some of your keys?
I think the Maroons have to play with a lot of energy to take care of the basketball. Valley averages 8 to 9 steals a game, so they're going to force some turnovers to take care of the basketball and find some high percentage shots for the Maroons.
And seating is getting tight in here if they're carousing around us. Underway, Valley wins the tip, but they commit the first turnover. Morrow picks it up for Dowling as Drew picks up a loose ball, and Valley staying man-to-man, really overplaying the passing. That's Kiki Dang bothering Capola right now. Valley in their man-to-man defense. Capola dribbles baseline, leaves it for Morrow. Pull up 3, top of the key. It is no good. Rebound, Kleppe, and a whistle and a jump ball called as Kleppe came down with the ball, and so did Valley's Zay Robinson.
Well, you mentioned how Valley is really overplaying their defense, and that's where they're getting their steals, is that they overplay the passing lanes, try to cut it off, and really work their hands in on the dribble, see if they can get the ball loose.
All right, Dowling with the ball. A 3-pointer top of the key, no good by the Maroons, and the rebound out to Valley, and that was Riddick Metten with the miss. Tigers working in the front court. They get underneath to Urak. Turnaround shot up and good. We saw a lot of that back in November by Urak.
Very powerful move by Urak. Forced Riddick to his left a little bit, and then spun around to his right underneath the basket, and completed the 2.
All right, Dowling with the ball. This is Davis Sheck with it. Up to the high post to Metten. Here's Drew Morrow with it. Dowling's leading scorer, and he loses the basketball. Stolen away. Here's Deng with it down the lane. Shot off balance, no good. Fight for the rebound, and pulled away by Valley. They work underneath. And Trevion Carson, or rather Carson gets the ball, and he draws the foul, and it'll be on the Maroons. And it'll be the first foul of the ball game, Jimmy.
On the Maroons offensively, right now they've shot 2 3-pointers, really haven't forced the ball inside to the paint yet. We found the Maroons have a lot of success on the offensive end, finding the ball inside the paint. So Valley wants to force Dowling into a three-point shooting contest. I think the Maroons are going to struggle in that case.
Tigers hit the first free throw. That is Trevion Carson, a 36% free throw shooter on the year. Hits the first one, 3-0 Valley. Second one is good, 2 for 2.
Full court press by Valley, and their athleticism may cause the Maroons a little bit of problems.
They have been the aggressor thus far. Dowling with the ball, and underneath a shot blocked by Valley, and that was Kleppe with the attempt. Rebound out to Valley. And this is Stinson with it in the front court. Now in the corner for Dang. Kiki misses a three, gets it back, thinks about shooting it again. They got a brand new shot clock, and the Tigers will reset with Zay Robinson at the point.
That's 3 offensive rebounds so far for Valley. So Maroons got to find their guy, block out. Any missed shots, they got to get the rebound.
Now Valley dribbling in the lane, it's stolen away. Now stolen back as Stinson loses the ball, but putting it back up and through is Trevin Urach. It's 6-0 Valley.
Kleppe bringing the ball up has shown a lot more comfort in the role he's been playing, and certainly him being more aggressive is a good thing.
Valley doubles down on the baseline. They cut off Coppola. Now Coppola backdoor cut underneath, layup good. Nice pass by Coppola as he found Riddick Metten for the basket, and Dowling on the board with 5:30 to go in the first quarter.
You've seen a lot of athleticism out of Riddick and taking the ball to the basket. His quickness does cause the big men of the opponents a lot of problems. In that case, Urach just wasn't quick enough to cut him off.
Here's Stinson over to Robinson for three. It's no good. Valley with the miss. Dowling with the rebound. The Maroons in the front court. Sheck, Coppola, Morrow, Kleppe, and Metten, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. Here's Morrow on the baseline. Fall-away jumper, no good. Hits the back iron. Rebound, Kiki Dang, and the Valley Tigers. Valley coming off their upset win over number 1 Waukee Northwest on Tuesday night, 75-64. Now they work it inside. A shot up and good. I think Urach was surprised again that it was that wide open.
It's similar to what Urach did in the first game back in November, is posting Dowling's smaller big guys up and using his strength.
Here's Coppola for three. It's no good for Dowling. Rebound, Trevion Carson and Valley. Here's Dang with it. Kiki wants to dribble inside, can't. Now it's cut off. Nice defense that time by Kleppe. Gets it out to Stinson. They reverse it left wing. Here's Dang for three. In and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Out of bounds, and they say it did go off of Urach. It'll be Dowling basketball. And a substitution as Kyle Kaysen in the lineup for Valley, number 12, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 6 points. We'll check in. And the Tigers go into their 1-2-2 full court press. They used this very effectively the other night against Waukee Northwest. Just to change the tempo a little bit.
Well, if you can knock down 8 to 10 seconds just by your pressing, especially with the shot clock, puts a lot of pressure on the offense to find a good shot.
Here's Kleppe through traffic, kicks it out to Coppola. His shot is no good. Rebound Carson in Valley. Here's Urach underneath, a shot up and good, and it's all been Trevin Urach with 8 points here in the first quarter. He has 8 of Valley's 10 points, a 30-second timeout called, and it's 10-2 Valley, and we've taken a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. 3:47 left to go, first quarter. Valley 10, Dowling 2 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
here at the Dowling gym. Maroons had the basketball and dribbling all the way down. And a steal by Valley, layup good by Dang as he flushes it through. And the Tigers now leading 12-2 in the early going. Wow.
Just a little eye control. Somebody who's just been a little quiet right now has been Davis Sheck. With 5 minutes into the game, he really hasn't found it even an open shot to look.
All right, here is Dowling with the ball. Metten with it underneath. His shot up. Might have been partially blocked. No good by Dang. And a rebound out to Valley. Here's Stinson with it. Dribbling down. And an offensive foul on Stinson as he threw his arm. Curtis with his first foul. Comes in averaging 14 points, 6 rebounds. Leads the team in points and second in rebounding. And nice job that time by the Maroons defensively. And now substitutions for Dowling. We're going to see the big guys sit down for Dowling. And that being Riddick Metten and Ryan Kleppe. Replaced by Andrew Nyanji, a 6'5 senior wearing number 20 for our viewing audience. And also in there for Dowling, number 11 is Colin Clark, 6'3 senior. And Maroons with the basketball, trailing 12-2. Valley leading by 10 here in the first quarter. Dowling girls a winner tonight. They won their 6th in a row, 50-32 over Valley. And this is, nothing's easy is coming tonight for Dowling. This has been all Valley. They've come out and they've jacked up the intensity on both the offense. They've just been aggressive. If anything happens, it's going to be aggressive. And the Maroons have not quite answered the bell yet, Jimmy.
Well, your scores just haven't really found an open lane right now or open shot. Sheck had 16 points in the first game, and Morrow had 13, and neither of them have really gotten on track yet.
Now here's Clark underneath, and he beats the shot clock, but the shot is no good. Nyanji gave him the assist, but Maroons out in the 3-2 zone here coming out of the timeout. Here's Stinson for three, up good, right in front of the Dowling bench. Curtis Stinson with his first three, and it's 15-2. Valley by 13 here in the first quarter with 2:10 left to play. Morrow in the front court. Valley stays man-to-man. Nyanji top of the key. Guarded by Urek. Now here's Morrow. Guarded by Carson. They try to get underneath the Clark, and it's stolen away by Valley. Kaysen with the steal. Underneath is Stinson. His shot up and good, and a timeout Dowling. Curtis Stinson Jr. with his 5th point. And where are we going here? We're going to go a full timeout, I believe. And we'll take one with a minute 47 left to go in the first quarter. Dowling has used their second timeout. It's 17-2, Valley leading Dowling here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Dowling having the press thrown at. They break the press, but Clark can't get the shot off. Back comes Valley. Down under the lane is Curtis Stinson with the basket. He has 7 points here in the first quarter. 19-2, Valley by 17. And what's the run now by the Tigers here, Jimmy?
Just, the run by the Tigers, 15-2 run here in this first quarter. Just the Maroons are just not having an answer for the inbound or the inlet pass to Urek, who's just really having their way. And then when the Maroons are having to collapse, great back cuts by Stinson and others to really pour it on the Maroons. But got to find a way to get to the ball of the basket, and somebody's got to get hot here for the Maroons.
Valley's defense has been stifling thus far as Kiki Ding back in the lineup, replacing Kyle Kaysen. Dowling with the ball. Here's Odie with the left-handed shot. No good down the lane. Rebound Valley and Trevin Urek. Tigers with it. This is Robinson. Gets it over in the corner to Dang for three. It's no good. Rebound Dowling and Jack Odie. Jack, a 6'3 senior wearing number 10 for Dowling. The Maroons have now used 8 players here in this first quarter. 40 seconds remaining. Here's Clark in the corner. Collin looking for a pass, and he gets to Odie. It's stolen away by Curtis Stinson Jr. He goes all the way down court, and a foul before the shot on Odie.
Yeah.
And that may have saved a basket.
So it's the third steal by the Tigers here in the first quarter. They averaged, as I mentioned, 8 to 9 steals a game, and they're getting 3 right now just in the first quarter alone against the Maroons. But where the Maroons are getting killed is their lack of getting the ball in the basket. And Valley's sitting with 11 rebounds just in the first quarter.
Well, Valley is not resting on their laurels after upsetting number 1 Waukee Northwest on Tuesday. Dowling upsetting number 4 Yankee Centennial on Tuesday, and they've just been caught flat by this hot starting Valley team, which was equal to what happened the first matchup back in late November, where Valley led 21-7 at the end of the first quarter, Jimmy.
Yeah, and you're seeing a very similar situation right now. The Maroons down 19-2. But you mentioned the Valley's not resting. I think the win over Yankee Centennial, I think, caught the attention by Valley, and something they probably talked about over the last 2 days to understand how they're going to attack the Maroons, and they're finding success right now.
Here's Odie with the basketball underneath the pass to Cataldo. His shot up and good. Dante Cataldo, who checked in at the buzzer, scores for Dowling. Only the second field goal of the first quarter for the Maroons. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Valley 19, Dowling Catholic 14. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer for Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll take a break, come back for the second quarter in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Back at the Dowling gym, the Valley Tigers start the second quarter with the basketball, but a steal by Drew Morrow and a layup by Morrow is good, and that's the Valley lead to 19-6 over the Valley Tigers. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, what a first quarter by the Valley Tigers as they outscore the Maroons 19-4. But Morrow with his first basket there on the steal. Now the ball knocked out of bounds. They're going to give it to Dowling. So the Maroons trying to pick it up themselves here. Jimmy, you got to look at some of the first quarter numbers.
First quarter numbers for the Maroons: 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers for Valley, just really having their way in the paint. Going 7 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 11 total rebounds, and 3 turnovers for Valley.
All right, Dowling with the ball. They go right to left towards the south basket, wearing their home white uniforms, maroon numbers. Valley, they're all black. And now underneath, a shot up and good by Riddick Metten. That's his second basket of the night. He's got 4 points, 19-8. The Valley lead has went from 17 down to 11.
I think the Maroons are finding their feet a little bit and understanding what they got to do here. And Riddick's got to have a big night underneath, and so far he's starting off hot.
Now the Tigers dribble in the lane, and Stinson's shot is no good. Rebound Dowling, and traveling call on the other end is Metten with the turnover. Now a 30-second timeout call by the Valley Tigers. We'll keep it here with 6:41 left to play here in the second quarter. It's Valley 19, Dowling 8. Earlier tonight, it was the Dowling girls winning their 6th straight game. as they defeated Valley 50-32 in game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Our thanks to Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Coach Cattal, some of your thoughts here in the early going.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. It's with Valley getting out to a 19-2 first quarter lead, and very similar situation to the first game they played. But what you found in the second, third, and fourth quarters in the first game is the Maroons really kept things even. So, it's unfortunate. It takes them about a quarter to really figure out how they want to play the team. They've settled into their zone, which has been somewhat effective. You just got to really concentrate on Urick getting the ball somewhat in the paint, which has caused some issues right now for the Maroons.
Well, Dowling has used 9 players thus far in the first half. Dante Cataldo stays in with the starters. So does Colin Clark. Maroons in that 3-2 zone. We've seen him kind of change that up from time to time. Valley with the basketball. Here's Carson. Pass to Stinson. Back out to Kiki Dang. Dang in the lane. Puts up a shot off the glass. Rolls around, no good. Ball slapped out of rounds. It'll be Dowling basketball. Good hustle by Clark, boxing out Kiki Dang.
Clark has been fantastic on the defensive end over the last few games, and something that Coach Stillking and the staff really needs out of a lot of these players is good, hard, contentious defense, and Clark provides that throughout his time on the court.
All right, here's Metten over to Kleppe. Kleppe will launch the 3 right wing, off the mark, no good. Tipped by Cataldo, no good. Ball slapped around and saved on the floor by Valley, and Carson comes away with it. Here's Trevion in the lane to Dang, and he'll slam it through. Zay Robinson checked that with the slam dunk as he was a cutter, and I guess the student body of Valley to our left here in the stands on their feet, 21-8 Valley.
You see why Zay Robinson's a D1 football prospect is his athleticism. He's under 6 foot tall, but his vertical leap, you can tell, is 30-plus inches high.
Trevion Carson commits the foul. That is the second team foul on Valley here in the first half. Dowling with 2 team fouls. And the Maroons inbound the ball. There's Drew Marl. Joey Capola at the scorer's table, set to come in. There's Metten over to Kleppe. Maroons almost get careless with it, and a whistle and a reach-in foul on Dang. So Kiki will pick up his first foul, and that'll be the third on Valley.
I think the Maroons just going to have to really focus on taking care of the basketball, force Valley into what they like to do is really reach around for that ball and try to create turnovers. And, if you protect the basketball, those turn into fouls as the game progresses, and that's what the Maroons just protect the basketball, good passes, and force Valley into fouling on their reaches.
All right, the Maroons inbound the ball. Here's a long 3 by Capola. That's no good. As he got the ball into Morrow, Morrow gave it back to him, and Joey couldn't hit the 3. Rebound Valley. Tigers in transition. Here's Carson with it. Skip pass over to Kyle Kaysen back in the lineup for Valley, number 12. Over to Zay Robinson. Now back to Kaysen. He'll launch a 3. Good. Tigers can't miss. And Kyle Kaysen with his 11th 3 of the year.
I think the Maroons just need to extend their zone just a few more steps and not give that open 3 as Kaysen had that fairly open from the wing.
All right, here is Kleppe on the baseline, gets the ball back. His shot blocked underneath, and his putback up and no good. Fight for the rebound. Metten in there with Kleppe. In the corner it goes to Metten. Now to Clark. Collin in the lane. Head fake. Leaves it for Morrow for 3. Up and off the back iron. No good. Rebound Valley and Zay Robinson.
Just not having a lot of success this year. The Maroons on the outside shooting. And if you're Valley, you're just going to force them into shooting those 3-point shots. And that just has not been really good for the Maroons this year.
Tigers in that, or Dowling in that 3-2 zone, and Valley buries it. Curtis Stinson, corner 3, good. That's his second 3 of the night, 9th of the year, and he has 10 points here in the first half, does Curtis Stinson.
A great shot by Stinson, and if you're going to get Dowling out of a zone, you hit your shots, and the Maroons will get out of that zone pretty quickly if they hit their shots.
27-8, Valley by 19 with just about 4 minutes left to go. Corner 3, no good by Kleppe. Rebound Valley. Tigers are on cruise control here in this first half. Here's Carson on the baseline. It's at Zay Robinson. You can tell Robinson's improved a lot from the last time we saw him. He was a week after the state championship game, and now he's in basketball mode. On the baseline, pull-up jumper, no good by Kyle Kaysen of the Tigers. Rebound Dowling and Kleppe. In front court to Clark, back to Kleppe, over to Capola. Joey dribbles baseline. His shot up, no good. He went right around Trevion Carson, but couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound Valley. Tigers with it. A backdoor cut by Robinson. He couldn't handle the pass from the big guy, Trevin Urek. Probably one of the few things Jurek's done wrong tonight, and that's trying to get an assist, and he threw it behind him.
I don't know if Jurek really did anything wrong there. I think Zay Robinson saw his open lane, and he's going to put it into a dunk again, and got a little too quick for himself, and the ball went right through his hands, which, as a receiver, you don't see that very often.
Valley in a 1-2-2 full court press. Dowling breaks it. Klepian, or rather Scheck down the lane. That might be his first shot. It's no good on the layup. Rebound Valley. Carson for 3 in transition. It's no good. Both teams come up empty in possessions. Rebound Dowling. This is Drew Morrow. Morrow down the lane. Left-handed shot off the glass, too strong. Tip by Metten, no good. Rebound Valley and Robinson. Zay leading the charge. Down to Stinson. Layup good. Beautiful play. Robinson gets the assist. Stinson gets the basket. That's 12 points for him.
Just athletic as I'll get up as Stinson. So much control with his body in the air.
Dowling underneath, and a whistle and a foul on Kaysen. And Medic will go to the free throw line for Dowling Catholic, and that'll be the first foul on Kyle Kaysen, the 6-foot sophomore. Tigers have 8 seniors and 6 sophomores with this group, with 1 junior. At the free throw line, Riddick Metten. First free throw, no good. Metten, a 42% free throw shooter on the year. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here in game number 2. Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. Second free throw, no good. And Jimmy, what few opportunities Dowling's had, they have not capitalized on. And now Valley down the other way. Layup is good. Checking in the lineup, that is Marcus McGregor, the sophomore, off the bench.
But just the transition defense by the Maroons just has to cause a big headache for the coaching staff for the Maroons, just not getting back on defense. But you look at the Maroons, you got Scheck and you got Morrow combined. Your 2 leading scorers just have a combined 2 points. As you mentioned, Scheck has only had 1 shot on the night.
Now whistle and a foul. Nice move that time in the right block by Riddick Metten of Dowling, and he drew the foul. And this will be on Marcus McGregor. McGregor has moved into the rotation. He is one of the first big guys off the bench, a 6'4 sophomore. We didn't see him. He didn't dress against Dowling the first time, but he's been up with the varsity here, I think, the last 5 or 6 games, and contributes nicely.
Well, he certainly has a varsity body, a good-sized kid. Looks very, very strong.
Now here's Scheck for 3, top of the key. It's no good. Dang with the rebound. And Kiki will dribble in the front court. 6'4 sophomore for Valley. Tigers lead it 31-8 here at the Dowling Gym. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner, 50-32 over Valley. Maroons have won their 6th in a row. Dowling's next game will be home Tuesday night against Waukee. Here's a corner 3 by Dang, up and no good. Rebound Dowling and Jack Odie. Jack in the front court. It's underneath to Kleppe. His reverse layup might have been partially blocked. It was by Curtis Stinson. Rebound Valley. Now a lead pass for the Tigers. They save it from going out of bounds, did Kaysen. And Valley will regroup with 25 in the shot clock. They work it inside. This is McGregor, and he travels with the basketball. Did the bunny hop after he caught it. Turnover against the Tigers, one of the rare turnovers they've had here in the first half.
One of the rare turnovers, but I think if you look at if you're Dowling, you look at the lineup that Valley possesses, and I think McGregor's the one guy that I think you try to let beat you, because everybody else on that court is so talented and create their shots.
All right, 61 seconds left to go in the first half. Valley 31, Dowling 8 here in this Class 4A CIML conference matchup. Valley's record 7-3. They're ranked 6th in Class 4A. Dowling's record is 4-5. And the Maroons coming off an upset win over number 6 Centennial on Tuesday night. Valley knocking off number 1 Waukee Northwest. Stinson for 3. No good. Carson with the rebound on the weak side. And the Maroons struggling on defense too, giving up that second opportunity, which Valley has right here in a brand new shot clock, Jimmy.
You just got to find your body into a player and do everything you can to make sure that person does not get a rebound.
Here's Kaysen for 3. It's no good. Long rebound out to Dowling. Scheck has it. Down to Odie. He takes it to the glass. His shot's no good. Defended well by McGregor. The other way we go. Layup good by Trevion Carson. That's his 4th point.
Yeah. What Valley's doing just a great job against the Maroons is making the Maroons manipulate their shot around the rim. Each shot that the Maroons have put up around the rim, they are just taking an atypical release because of Valley's contention.
Long 3 by Kleppe is no good, and that'll bring the close to the first half, and I think for Dowling, thankfully, 33-8 is our halftime score. Jimmy, I don't have any other words to describe, but Valley has played very well, holding Dowling to 4 points in the first quarter and 4 points here in the second quarter.
I think what they have done, they've played they played smart. I think we both can agree that they played very smart, forced Dowling to shoot the three-point shot, which they're giving about 1 or 2 steps away from their shooters, forcing the Maroons to shoot the three-point shot, which they're 0 for 10 on the night from the three-point range. But anytime the Maroons take the ball to the basket, is that their bigs are going up and going up straight up, which is manipulating the Maroons' shot at the basket. And in such, they've kept the Maroons to just, 4 field goals on the night.
Yeah, 4 field goals on the night. Pretty simple for Dowling. Riddick Metten leads the way with 4 points at halftime for Dowling. Drew Morrow with 2 points. Dante Cataldo off the bench with 2 points. The Maroons 0 for 2 at the free throw line. For the Valley Tigers, they are led by Curtis Stinson with 12 points at halftime. Trevor Urich with 8 points. That was all in the first quarter for the Tigers. Running out scoring for Valley, Kyle Kaysen off the bench with 3 points. 2 points each for Kiki Dang, Zay Robinson, and Marcus McGregor with 2 points. Trevion Carson finishing with 4 points. The Tigers go into halftime. They were 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Again, our halftime score, Valley 33, Dowling 8 here in the boys contest. We come back, we'll visit with the head girls basketball coach at Dowling Catholic, Kristen Meyer. Her team defeated the Valley girls earlier tonight, 50-32. So stay tuned. We'll visit with Coach Meyer and guests when we come back here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
That was because Valley wasn't doing very well defensively or offensively shooting. And young lady, Oli, Ellie, if you're out there, I know sometimes you don't score, but you do a lot of the little things that don't go unnoticed. We notice it up here. Coach Babinet and I do. You do the little things, the 50-50 ball, the defensive presence, the help defense. And that is really a nice role for you to have, especially as a post player.
Thank you.
And, thanks for being here. you got to feel great. You beat your arch rival.
Yeah.
You know, that's always good, avenging that loss. How was the practice here after the Centennial win Tuesday night, Wednesday and Thursday with practice? Talk about preparation for Valley tonight, Ellie Olson.
The win felt good, but we knew after we lost to Valley first, we had to come out strong. We had to keep focused and just do what we knew how to do after coming off that win.
Well, you certainly did, and a lot of it had to do defensively. I'm looking at the Valley's score sheet, and their leading scorer, Bryn Ketcher, averaging just over 12 points, held to 6 tonight, and only 2 points from the 1 field goal. The rest of it was the free throw line. So hats off there, and she didn't have a very good night at the free throw line, 4 of 8. So there was one presence of mind, but also you really stopped their dribble penetration. If it wasn't, Litt did not have her best game, but then Lockie comes in off the bench, the other point guard, and she tried to be aggressive, and you guys neutralized that time and time again throughout the night, as Coach Babinette and I had a chance to see, Ellie.
Yeah, our guards do really well holding them, leveling them off, making sure they don't get to the rim.
What was your matchup tonight when we started the game? I didn't get the scouting report. Babinette kept that, so I didn't get a chance to peek at that. What was the scouting report for you and your matchup?
I had Elise Yeager. I just was told to front her, and I would have help on the backside just to push her out of the lane, box her out, and get the rebound.
Well, Yeager held right about her average, 11 points. So you did your job, and you got to be proud of that. Coach, anything else you want to add? What was the talk at halftime? You led at halftime, and I know you're up 27-18 at halftime, up 9. What was the talk at halftime?
Oh, it was a short one tonight. It was a little warm in there, and I didn't have much to say, so we got them out to shoot. But basically, we played well in the first half, keep defending. We needed to rebound a little bit better, and we had one possession. We ended up giving up a 3 because someone comes to double, and we get a little bit out of sorts. But just play our defense. Do your job. You don't need to do more than your job. And then offensively, take care of the ball. And we didn't see their press tonight, but we did see the 1-3-1 zone a little bit. And they turned us over a couple times, but then once we settled, Layla had that great drive from the baseline for the and one, and then she hit a 3, and then we moved the ball. And then it got them out of the zone. So that was kind of good to see us be able to adjust to that, because they had to try something, to try to get back in the game. And after a couple turnovers, we kind of settled and just kept defending and then rebounding in the second half. I thought was much better.
Scott and I were looking at the first meeting, and I think you were out rebounded by 10. But
by
you're
1,000?
But
it felt like 1,000.
But what really hurt was a lot of those were offensive rebounds by Valley.
Yeah.
Tonight, you cut that way down, and the turnovers. And Ellie, I got to think, cutting down turnovers, that'll win you a lot of ball games, because everything else was even. It's flatline. Those are the differences in game one, and you made up for that tonight.
Yeah.
And it goes without saying, you guys shared the basketball and attack the glass when you can, because when you do that, you're going to get points or free throw opportunities.
Yeah, that's what pregame we talked about. The keys are really rebounding, fouls, try not to foul a lot, and then just defending and taking care of the ball. That's what it was, taking care of the ball. Like I said, we had a few less turnovers, a few more than we'd like, but it's hard to get down to 0, which would be our goal.
That's always a goal. Mark Embadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo here at halftime. 33-8, the score of our boys' game. Valley leading Dowling, visiting with Kristen Meyer and Ellie Olson. Oli, sophomore.
Yep.
My goodness. I mean, it's going to be. I'm going to be retired and in Florida by the time these girls graduate, because you brought them up last year as freshmen. Coach.
We'll keep them as long as they let us. I heard someone say, even from our school, Julie Moore's still playing? I feel like she's been here forever. I was like, you know what? We're still petitioning to stay to see if she can get her 5th COVID year.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of schools in the CIML say, no, you're not.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. All right, kiddo, you take on Waukee on Tuesday night. And let's see, a week from tonight, you have number 1 Johnston. 40 games in a row now as Johnston defeated Waukee Northwest. And won't that be an opportunity? But you got to take care of Waukee Tuesday, Ellie.
First Waukee, then Johnson.
Yep.
And Waukee beat Southeast Polk on Tuesday, so they're playing a little better. I don't know if they played tonight. I haven't checked any scores.
Yeah.
But they'll come ready to play.
You know who this young lady reminds me of a little bit, Coach, at her age?
Emma Gipple?
Emma Gipple. Because remember, Emma, you put her in the starting role as a freshman, and she says, no, I got others that are going to shoot for me, Caitlin Clark and company, and all this. And here's Ellie Olson, and I look at her and I said, not quite the size of Emma, maybe
not
in
yet.
height, but not yet.
Not yet.
Weight room's right behind us. Weight room's over there.
She's getting there.
But I'll tell you, I can see her as junior and senior year just shooting lights out when she gets the confidence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are you with me? I'm going to have her speak.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
All right, you heard it.
Oli's one of those, do your job. And she, like you mentioned earlier, she does the little things, she rebounds, she defends, and we're lucky to have her. She'll keep growing her role as she gets a little bit older and stronger.
Ladies, congratulations on the win. Thanks for joining us here at halftime.
Thanks, Mark.
Ellie Olson, Kristen Meyer joined us at halftime. We'll take a break, come back to the second half. Valley 33, Dowling 8 in the boys contest here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively
relentlessly
at your service.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym as we're underway here in the second half. Mark Hamadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo on CISN.TV and Iowa Catholic Radio. Here's Drew Morrow for three, and it's good. So Morrow with his fifth point, and Dowling out to a 5-0 run to start the second half. It's 33-13, Valley by 20, but the Maroons trailed at 1 point by 25 at halftime. And Dowling with a great start to start the third quarter here, Jim Cataldo.
Well, you're going to need a lot of those shots to go in if the Maroons are going to fight back in this game. And really nothing went down for them outside the three-point arc in the first half, going 0 for 10.
Here's a steal by Dowling and a layup up and good by Davis Sheck. That's his first basket. Timeout Valley. We'll keep it here with 6:30 left to go third quarter. And all of a sudden it's 33-15. Valley leading Dowling here in the third quarter. As the Maroons now on a 7-0 run. Jimmy, you got to look at the first half statistics.
So first half statistics for the Maroons, 4 of 18 from the field, 22%. As I mentioned, they went 0 for 10 from 3, 11 total rebounds and 5 turnovers, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. For Valley, 11 of 15 from the field, 73%, 2 of 11 from 3 for 18%, 21 total rebounds. Maroons got out-rebounded in the first half, 21-11. And then Valley, 7 total turnovers, and they went 2 for 2 from the line.
Tonight, CISN is simulcasting the game with Iowa Catholic Radio. Pete Tarby, Jose Guzman. Also thanks to Justin Wolber. Jennifer Phelps, our student producer for Iowa Catholic Radio. As Valley outscored Dowling 14-4 in the second quarter. And the Tigers outscored Dowling 19-4 in the first quarter. So the halftime score was 33-8, and the Maroons have went on a 7-0 run. Valley with the basketball. They go right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling Gym in their black uniforms and orange numbers, white trim. Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and trim. A long three by Zay Robinson, no good, out of bounds to Dowling. And the Tigers now, what are they, 0 for 3 to start the second half or so?
0 for 2 for the second half, but the nice thing with the zone defense has done for the Maroons has really slowed down Valley. Valley has been so quick and up and running when the Maroons were man-to-man, but since the Maroons went to zone, has slowed a lot of the transition down.
All right, Dowling with a long three. It's no good. Rebound comes out to Robinson. And now we got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt on Dowling, and this will be on Ryan Kleppe, his first.
Really, neither team has any foul trouble. The Maroons, with Kleppe having one foul and Metten having one foul, and then for Johnston, Trevian Kaysen with one. Carson has one, and then so does Stinson.
Yeah, foul trouble really hasn't been a problem as of yet for either team. Stinson down the lane, off-balance shot, no good. Rebound, Kleppe and Dowling. Ryan leading the break. Here's Morrow, pull-up three. It's short. Rebound, Kleppe. His pull-up jumper, good, right off the glass.
That was Metten.
Or rather, Rick Medic on the offensive board. Excuse me.
Found
That's his eighth point.
Found the offensive rebound, so fantastic job sticking with it.
Morrow pull-up jumper, and he must have been partially blocked. Back comes Trevor Urich with his 10th point. We haven't heard from him since the first quarter. We had 8 out of Valley's 19 points. That's his first basket since. He's got 10 points now, does Urich, a 6'8 sophomore. 35-17 Valley, and now Urich with a block shot as inside was Metten, and he had it knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Valley basketball.
It's what Maroons are forced to do with a smaller lineup, is to go into that zone to really quiet down. You know, the big guys for, in this case, Valley, quieten them down a little bit, who've had a lot of control around the paint.
Valley gets underneath to Curtis Stinson. That is his second offensive foul of the night. That's his second foul, too. He had one earlier. And
both of those charges were taken by Joey Coppola. And if you look over the last few games, Joey has really stood in there and taken the charge when he's needed to. So good, smart play by Joey Coppola around the block.
Man-to-man full court pressure by Valley. Now they trap Coppola. They get it to Kleppe. Now to Coppola. And I think Robinson got hit in the face on the corner three. Up and good. That's Riddick Metten with his first 3 of the night and his 4th of the year. And all of a sudden, Metten has 7 of his 11 points here in the third quarter.
Oh, yeah, the Maroons are just slowly cutting away at this, down now 15, 35-20.
Whistling a foul, and Jim Crozier, one of our officials, says foul on Dowling. It'll be on Riddick Metten, his second. As our officials tonight, Bryant Abel, Ben Applegate, and Jim Crozier. Appreciate having those gentlemen here tonight. A corner three, up and good by the Tigers. Kyle Kaysen, that is his second 3 of the night. He's got 6 points, 38-20, Valley by 18. 3:50 to go here in the third quarter from the Dowling gym. Now Morrow for 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Kleppe, his putback up and good. He went right around Curtis Stinson for the basket.
Well, the Maroons are finding their shots here in the second half. That's the 5th 3-point shot by the Maroons, 5 field goals for the Maroons as well. Certainly taking it to Valley on the boards. But Valley finds that shot underneath with Urich.
Tigers by 16, and here's Urich again. From the left block, turns inside, shoots and scores. Metten with his 3rd foul, and Urich with his 12th point, and he has a chance for an and one here, Jimmy. Just a nice post move.
Well, it's just a tough post move, and I think as Riddick Metten gets to understand that he has to play, the big number 5 guys, that he's probably going to have to work on facing guys and hope for the back help, and Urich's just going to find his way, posting somebody smaller than Riddick up around the block.
All right, Urich completes the 3-point play. He's got 13 points tonight. He and Curtis Stinson both with 13 points, and it's 41-22 Valley. Now a steal by the Tigers. Here's Kaysen with the steal down court against Coppola, and his shot up and no good, but Coppola whistled for the foul. He also blocked the ball, but foul on Coppola, and that'll be his first.
Sheck has been very quiet tonight. It's just not getting into his rhythm that we've seen him do so well the last few games. He was a big part of the win for the Maroons against Ankeny Centennial the other night, but the Valley's probably done a great job really trying to identify Sheck on film throughout the last few days and figuring out a way how to slow him down, and that so far has been successful for them tonight.
And part of that has to do with the guy to our left, head coach B.J. Windhorse of Valley, trying to take Dowling's aggressiveness away. Free throw no good by Kaysen, and a whistle. And we got a loose ball foul on the shooter for Valley. That is on Kaysen, his second. So team foul number 2 on the Tigers. Dowling with 4 team fouls. 1-2-2 full court press by Valley, and the Maroons trying to advance the ball. Here's Morrow with it. Double teamed at half court, gets to Coppola. Over to Kleppe. Back to Morrow. Corner 3 up and no good by Clark. Rebound Dowling as they keep it alive. Coppola. Over to Odie. Kleppe for 3, no good. Fight for the rebound. Stinson gets it away. Has it poked away into the hands of Marcus McGregor, who's in there for the Valley Tigers off the bench. McGregor in for Urich. Now corner 3 by Deng, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Coppola comes away with it. So both teams coming up empty on their last couple of possessions. Coppola with it for Dowling. Mismatch some work as Coppola has McGregor on him. There's Morrow with it Down to Jack Odie, who's in. Back to Morrow. And it's safe from going out of bounds by Dang. Kiki now double teamed. Gets to McGregor as they cross the timeline.
You know, at that time you mentioned the mismatch. The mismatch was Jack Odie at the block, and I don't think he recognized who was really guarding him. Should have really taken it to the basket there.
Valley with the ball. Here's Dang with it. 19 on the shot clock. They're working inside to McGregor. He shot off the glass. Too strong. Tipped by Stinson with the left hand on the weak side. Good. Wow.
Just not fighting the backside of the weak side for the Maroons and giving up the rebound to Stinson, and Stinson just so athletic to finish.
We got him for 14 points, Curtis Stinson. Dowling with the ball. They trail 43-22. Now here's Kleppe in the corner to Capola. Here's Odie with it. Jack, guarded by McGregor. Three-pointer top of the key, leaves it too strong. Rebound, Valley and Kaysen. Here's Kyle in the front court to Dang. Dang dribbles baseline. Reverse layup. Might have been blocked in there, and it was by Odie. Put back up and no good. Stinson with the rebound, and stolen away by Kleppe, and a foul on, I think they're going to get a reach-in foul on Stinson. And they do.
That has to be rebound, offensive rebound, at least number 10 for Valley, and Maroons got to find them.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Got to find them on the on the front and weak side. Just find their man and block out, and the Maroons are just not finding.
All right, substitution in for Dowling as we see Dante Cataldo check in for the Maroons. Sitting down will be Drew Morrow. They're checking on Zay Robinson, who got caught in the jaw on a screen.
Well,
and, they want to make sure he's all right.
They slowed some things down. One of the students over in the Dowling side had his light on his camera.
Is that related to the Cataldo family by any chance?
Oh, my goodness.
I just throwing it out
I think they would know better.
All right, 43-22 Valley. Here is Kleppe's shot at the free throw line. It's no good. Offensive rebound Dowling as Colin Clark keeps alive. Top of the key now to Capola. Right side to Cataldo. To Odie. Fakes the three. Takes McGregor down the lane. His shot up and good. How about that? Odie with the strong move against McGregor.
Jack's very athletic, and he has a threat to shoot the three, so good pump fake. Got his defender off on his toes and took it around. Good attack.
Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 43-24 Valley. Ranked 6th in Class 4A, leading Dowling Catholic. Both teams coming off top 5 victories on Tuesday night. Now 6 on the shot clock. Stinson with it. To Robinson, back to Stinson, and a whistle, and traveling before the shot got off by Stinson. Turnover against the Tigers. It'll be Dowling basketball with 1 second remaining in the third quarter.
Really good call on the travel, but I was surprised that Stinson gave the ball up under 10 seconds when he's the guy you want to hope take that shot.
And now Odie's three is no good at the horn, and we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Valley 43, Dowling 24, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Armin certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Glad you could join us on Friday night of high school girls and boys basketball in the Central Iowa Metro League, Class 4A, as Dowling and Valley, 43-24. The Valley Tigers lead Dowling. We go into the fourth quarter. Valley won the first meeting, 76-54 back in late November, and a little delay getting this fourth quarter started here, Jimmy, as it'll be Valley basketball.
A little confusion on whose possession the ball was. The scoreboard says Dowling, and the official board at the bench says Valley, and Valley gets the ball to start the fourth quarter.
All right, Tigers with it. Dowling stays man-to-man to open up the fourth quarter. As the Maroons trail by 21 points. They've trailed by as many as 25 in this contest. And now Ding underneath, and Kiki can't get the shot to fall. Rebounded by Urak. And the Tigers with a brand new shot clock on the miss. And now here's a steal by Dowling. Here's Sheck all the way down court. His shot off the glass short. Gets his own rebound too strong, and a rebound Zay Robinson and Valley.
Just David Sheck just cannot find the basket tonight, and had an open shot there and just didn't finish.
Now Stinson will, and he shoots and scores. There's a guy that'll put it through. Curtis Stinson with 16 points to lead Valley in scoring. Trevor Urek with 13. 45-24, Tigers by 21. Dowling with the ball. Here's Sheck in the lane. Gets it over in the corner for three. Up and good by Metten. He's starting to come alive. Riddick with 14 points to lead Dowling in scoring.
If Riddick can hit those shots, it forces the big men to pull out. In that case, Urek, which gives Dowling opportunities to get rebounds. But Riddick Metten hitting it from the corner.
Ding in the corner goes to Urek. Out top to Carson. Trevion now in the corner to Ding. Kiki looking to drive baseline. Now dribbles to the left elbow. Tigers 10 on the shot clock. Being very deliberate now with the lead. There's Carson with it. Tries to get to Stinson. He does. Catch and shoot at the horn. Good! Curtis Stinson with his 19th point. And that was, hey, I got to throw something up, and he did.
And just a pure jump shot at that.
Dowling with the ball on the other end. There's Metten, fakes the three. Now dribbles inside. He's going to get an uncontested layup, but he missed the shot. It's no good. Carson with the rebound. Down court to Stinson. He misses the layup, uncontested. And a rebound, Dowling and Clark. Now Sheck for three in transition, no good. Cataldo with the save to Sheck. Dowling with the brand new shot clock. Three-pointer no good by Capola. And a rebound, Carson and Valley. Tigers with it. Here's Robinson. Leaves it for Dang, and a layup up and no good. I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of effort on both sides, but an empty possession. And BJ Windhorst says, yeah, I think we better call timeout. And this will be a foul on Rick Metten. That'll be his fourth, and a timeout, Valley. And this will be a full. We'll take it with them. 5:35 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Valley 48, Dowling 27 in this boys CIML contest from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. The Tigers, after the timeout, they inbound the ball. They get it inside to Zay Robinson, and his shot up and good. Robinson with 4 points. 50-27, Valley by 23. And now a steal by Robinson. Zay will go all the way down court and flush it through. Robinson with 6 points, and Valley now leading 52-27.
BJ Windhorst is just such a good manager of the game as well as a coach. Called a great timeout, really set up a high percentage shot for Valley, and they converted.
Now here's Sheck down the lane. His shot no good. Urak with the rebound. Valley has equaled their largest lead of the night of 25 points over Dowling. And now steal by Sheck. Gets it to Capola. Joey now on the right side. Gets it to Metten. Riddick looking for a cutter. Can't find Colin Clark. Now in the corner, guarded by Urak. On the baseline, an offensive foul on Metten. That'll do it for him. Riddick has just fouled out. And he'll be Dowling's leading scorer thus far with 14 points. Metten tonight, 4 two-point field goals, a pair of threes for his 14 points, 0 for 2 at the free throw line. And that is what Dowling is tonight, 0 for 2 at the line.
Just Riddick was trying to do too much there. Really got caught in the corner there, and 3 Valley defenders, and just tried to do too much. And he has to understand with 4 fouls, play smart.
4.5 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Here is Stinson from the free throw line. Good, and Joey Capola says, how do you stop that? Stinson lighting it up here. He has 21 points. He had 12 at halftime, and now he's picked up 9 points here in the second half. 54-27 Valley. Capola for 3, good. That's nearly a NBA G League 3 by Joey, and that is his first 3 of the night, his 7th of the year. Under 4 minutes to play, Valley by 24. Underneath Stinson, his shot up and no good, drew the foul. Tigers are led by as many as 27. A whistle, and this foul will be on Colin Clark, his first for Dowling. 17 foul on the Maroons, 3 on Valley here in the second half. Stinson at the line. Curtis, first free throw, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. That was Curtis Stinson's first free throw of the night, Jimmy. He's a 74% free throw shooter on the year. He missed his first one. About the only thing he's done wrong. Second free throw, good. 22 points for Stinson.
Talented kid that the Maroons really have not had an answer for in 2 ball games. 34 points in the first game, sitting on 22 points here in the second game.
25-point lead for Valley. Maroons throw it away again. It's been a tough night for Dowling. You mentioned some of the numbers there. Out-rebounded, turnovers, and then poor shooting. And now the Tigers start to empty their bench. Owen Westemeyer, the 6'4", 230-pound senior. Saw him on the football field. Left tackle for Valley, long snapper, and his twin brother, Charlie, may get in. Fraternal twin. Charlie wears number 44, but Owen in right now, both seniors. The Tigers now have the ball. Here's Kaysen with it with 20 on the shot clock. Leaves it for Epperly. Epperly, as Dowling stays in their zone, gets it to Stinson. Underneath to Westemeyer, layup good. Owen Westemeyer posting up on the right side, and he shoots and scores.
It's a good inbounds pass by Stinson. Drew the Dowling defense out, and Westemeyer was sitting there at the block and converts.
2:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Valley by 27. Corner 3 up and no good by Capola. Rebound Valley. Carson in the front court. And traveling on Kaysen as more players will be entering the game for Dowling. Nick Frericks for the first time tonight. This 5'10 junior will check in, and as will Andrew Nyanji, 6'5 senior wearing number 20. Sitting down will be Jack Odie and Joey Capola.
Nick Frericks, saw a lot of time early in the year as Joey Capola was managing an injury, and just haven't seen a ton of Nick, but has done really well in the JV games as of late, so we know he can play the game.
Now here's Frericks to Nyanji, back to Morrow. Drew for 3, it's no good. And a loose ball foul called on Kleppe, I believe, for Dowling. Oh, check that, it is not.
It's Frericks.
On Epperly.
Yeah, Frericks blocking out Epperly throughout that shot, and got great position, and forced Epperly to go over the back on Frericks.
Carson is checked out for Valley. He leaves with 4 points. Frericks will inbound the ball. 2:25 to go. Here's Morrow with it at the free throw line. Spins, moves, looking for anybody open. Finally gets it to Kleppe. To Clark, back to Nyanji. He backs in. His shot off the glass too strong, no good. Drew the foul, and Westemeyer will pick up the foul. And Andrew Nyanji to the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic yet to score tonight. He got in the rotation early, but we haven't seen a whole lot of Andrew with this lineup.
Which, a little bit surprising as you had Urick, having his way, early in the game at the block. Your tallest guy on your team is Nyangi, and he didn't really get much playing time throughout the game. But part of that is it was Riddick Metten and his ability to score points tonight, which was far and few between for the Maroons.
Kleppe and Morrow leave the contest. Morrow with 5 points tonight. Nyanji's second free throw is good. So Andrew with his first point of the night. 2:10 remaining in the fourth quarter, 57-31. It will not be a doubleheader sweep for Dowling tonight. Dowling girls a winner in game 1, 50-32 over the Valley Tigers. Dowling girls have won their 6th in a row, and underneath a shot up and good by the Valley Tigers.
A couple kids checking in for the Maroons, Jackson Trine and Cole Southard, two really good shooting juniors who are just finding a lot of time in the JV games.
Now a steal by Valley, but the Tigers will keep the possession. And that last basket, I believe, was by Kaysen. We'll check. And now a long three by Valley, no good from the top of the key. Rebound Dowling and Jackson Trine, as you just mentioned. Trine, a 5'11 junior. There's a long three by Trine. It's good. Jackson Trine with his first three of the year. 59-34. Valley, minute 20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Tigers with it. Quincy Terry, number 20 in the lineup for Valley. This is Kaysen for three, and it's good. That's his third three of the night and his 13th of the year. Dowling the other way, and Frericks a three, it's no good. Rebound out to Valley. 1 minute left, and we've got a substitution timeout. As Danzel Rankins will check in for Valley, 5'11 senior. He'll wear number 40. Also checking in, Charlie Westermeyer. So the Westermeyer twins in the ball game. Fraternal twins.
Fraternal twins. If my brothers were on the court, I would not see the basketball. So it'd be interesting to see how these two play together.
Quincy Terry's shot no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Frericks in the front court with 40 seconds to play. Backdoor cut. And Colin Clark, power dribble, shot up no good. Rebound Quincy Terry. There's Valley with it in the final 35 seconds. He travels with the basketball. Now, a reminder along our network stations, when the game ends, we will total up the scoring. And the TV side, CISN will say farewell. They brought you game 1 of their doubleheader. The Johnston girls winning their 40th in a row as Johnson defeated Waukee Northwest. They're broadcasting the boys' game as we speak. And here they bring the second doubleheader. It's Dowling and Valley. And the game will end now. Three-pointer by Dowling. Good, and that is Cole Southard.
You'll get two kids, Trine and Southard, who have seen a lot of their playing time in the JV, but good shooting juniors for this group coming off the bench.
Terry for three, no good, and that'll probably do it. 62-37. Valley with the win. Congratulations to BJ Windhorse and the Valley Tigers as they improved their record to 8-3 overall. Dowling will fall to 4-6 as the Tigers defeat Dowling Catholic, and Valley with outscoring Dowling 19-13 in the fourth quarter. We're going to do the scoring here, and we'll say goodbye to our CISN crew. For the Valley Tigers tonight, they were led by Curtis Stinson's 22 points. He was followed by Trevin Urich with 13 points. Rounding out scoring for Valley, 6 points for Zay Robinson. 9 points for Kyle Kaysen off the bench. Kiki Dang with 2 points. Marcus McGregor off the bench with 2 points, and Owen Westermeyer with 2 points. Valley tonight was 4 of 7 from the free throw line for Dowling Catholic, as Maroons go 1 for 2 at the free throw line in the second half. They were 1 for 4 in the ball game. Dowling was led by Riddick Metten, who fouled out in the contest. He finished with 14 points for the Maroons. And he was followed by Drew Morrow with 5 points. Joey Coppola with 3 points. Davis Scheck held to 2 points. Dante Cataldo with 2 points for Dowling. Ryan Kleppe, 2 points for the Maroons. Cole Southard off the bench with 3 points. Andrew Nyanji with 1 point. And Jackson Trine with 3 points. Dowling went 1 for 4 at the line. So again, the final. Valley 62, Dowling Catholic 37. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadell. We'll say so long to our CISN crew. Thanks to Pete Tarpey, Jose Guzman, and of course Justin Wolber, as we say goodbye to the TV side. And of course, thanks to CISN, they brought you both games tonight. of a doubleheader, Dowling and Valley here at the Dowling Gym, and of course over at Waukee Northwest in their game with Johnson. So we'll take a break. We'll come back on the radio side with their post-game show. The final on the TV side, 62-37, Valley with the win tonight. Congratulations to BJ Windhorse and the Valley Tigers. And we'll return to the Dowling Gym after this 1-minute break on the radio side, and for the TV side, good night and so long from the Dowling Gym.